Yo, how is everybody doing? I'm doing pretty good. Let's move that down a little bit so I can actually see more of chat. Actually, why don't I just make that bigger? You know what? Why don't I just make my chat window bigger? There we go. That's actually a much better idea. Why didn't I do that before? I don't know why I didn't have my chat taking up the entire part of my screen. I had it like taking up like half of it. I don't know why I was doing that. I genuinely don't know. Like there's nothing in that part of the screen that was actually you know, being used. So there was literally no reason for that not to have been like that. My hair looks ridiculous. Jesus Christ. Okay, it's gonna look ridiculous all night. Drunk? No, I'm not drinking during the LFS stream because I know I will make a mistake somewhere and that will go badly because then things will break. And I don't know why they will break, but they will break. YouTube is not receiving enough data. No, I think you are. It says it's fine here, so I think you're making shit up, YouTube. Hello from Sweden. Hello, Zeke Alex from Sweden. Welcome. No, don't do that. Oi. Oi. What was the button? Wait, did I? Shit, I forgot the button for my playlists. Shit. Okay, what? I completely forgot what button I set to actually start a playlist. I'll fix that later. Anyway. Here we go. Music now. And I'll turn that down so we can actually hear me speak. And acknowledge my existence. Professional streamer. I'm always professional streamer. What are you talking about? I know exactly what I'm doing. Brodie Robertson is a sussy bucker. Yes. Your stream feels weird compared to your videos. I'm presuming that's supposed to be feels. Well, that's because I am currently speaking to you in the present. It's guess like 10 seconds in the past, but like present more so than my my videos. Also, I don't plan the streams out, so you know it's going to be, you know, very off the wall. I'm going to say dumb things because that's what happens in a live stream. And that's just how it goes. That's because he likes to be more relaxed and a meme lord when he streams. Yes, that is true. He hasn't even started drinking yet. No, I'm not drinking. No, I have. That's really hot. I have tea because I don't want to get drunk when I'm doing LFS. Marius, welcome. How are you doing? Have you read 222242? No, I don't recognize those numbers. Is ACDT on the screen anything like ACDC? No, that was a Ranson. Ranson was a joke. That was a joke, Ranson. I actually don't know what state ACDC is from. I have no idea. Someone let me know. Brodie, why do you live in South Australia? It doesn't exist. Shaking my head. Because it's the only state in Australia that's not shit right now. It's not a very high bar to not be shit, but like, it's the only state that's not shit. Actually, wait, Western Australia might be fine as well, but then you'd have to live in Western Australia, and no one wants to do that. Anyway, let's actually get into the, oh god, there was a weird delay there. My transition didn't work properly. Okay, sure. No delay here? Okay, we're good. How can Australia not know who... I know who ACDC is. I'm asking what state they're from. Anyway, theoretically, this should return us to the state we were in when we were last doing LFS stuff. I'm gonna trust that it works. I hope it did. An Arch installation makes you drink. That's fair. I was drinking during the Arch video, or the Arch live stream, that one. AC/DC is the worst Pillar Man from JoJo. Right, but AC/DC is also a great band. Okay, let's just make sure everything's good. For anyone who wasn't here last time, we're using GNOME, because I hate you all. And I want to troll the people who hate GNOME. Okay, it seems like it's good. Okay, what were we doing? I know that we accidentally deleted things that we were not supposed to delete, and we had to redo them. What did we do? We were doing GCC stuff. Let's see. Okay. Where is it? Right, we're doing this one here. Right, I accidentally deleted it before we actually installed it. And then we have to redo all of that because I'm a moron. What's fine. That's basically what I would expect. Okay, we're full screen now. We're good. Everything seems like it's swell. Let's actually just go up a couple of commands. We should be good. Okay, that's the build command. Let's see. No, that... Wait, shit. It should be here. Should be here somewhere. That's... Okay, that's going into the directory. Okay, yeah. Ah, here we go. So if we... untar... Okay, this is where we're up to last time. Yes, okay, cool. Cool, so we just need to untar that again, and then recompile it because I'm stupid. Actually, well, I guess untar all the things inside of it as well, but, yes. For anyone who didn't watch last time, I may have accidentally deleted it, but it's fine. I use KDE Plasma, GNOME team is egotistical. Right, but this is exactly why I picked GNOME, because I know it just have a bunch of people in my comment section telling me that GNOME is bad, and I should stop using it. But I'm going to keep using it because I think it's funny. I think it's funny because it's going to piss all you people off. Anyway. Okay. Now we need to remember the steps I was doing. Okay, so we... did that, then what's in the folder? Okay, now I don't even remember what the hell we will do. DWM has no documentation. It has a little documentation. GC requires the GMP. Actually, wait, I should probably check the build instructions again. This tar program, we do that. Change directory, the one that... Okay, cool. It expects you to have, like, a specific setup for, like, to actually follow along with the instructions. GNOME more like dog shit. Oh, that's basically right. Yo, system coding, how you doing? GCC bad. That's fine. But we're using GCC here because it says use GCC. GCC requires the GMP, MPFR, and MPC packages, as these packages may not be included in your host distribution. They will be built using GCC. Unpack each package into the GCC source directory, and rename the resulting directories so the GCC build procedures... Ah, right, that's what we're doing. Okay, yes. Now I remember why we did it like this. Okay. I honestly could not remember why the hell it was set up like this, but yeah, they need to be in this directory to build it correctly. -4. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Okay. Cool, now I remember. MPFR 410 to MPFR. Cool. KDE can't go 5 minutes without crashing. I think you need a better computer then. That seems like a you problem rather than a KDE problem. Oh, I knew they'd start fighting as soon as I brought it up. I'm well aware. Because you can't have a civil discussion about desktop environments. Definitely not. No, you have to instantly start a fight the second it's even mentioned. That's just the rule. You're just not allowed to be a functioning human being. You have to just be annoying about it. MV-XF MPC. To piss people off even more, you should have made a Windows 11 VM with WSL2 for making LSF. Well, you actually could do it. If you did it on, like, Debian, it would work out of the box, actually. What are you compiling? We're compiling GCC, so we can compile GCC later. If you missed the first the first part, basically what we're doing right now is setting up a bootstrap to bootstrap our LFS. Yeah, that's basically where we're at right now. That is not what I was meant to do. Why am I doing MV there? It's supposed to be a tar. MV-V MPC. MPC. Yep. Okay. MV. Wait, did I? Okay, cool. That is moved properly. Why would you use a shitty Windows clone instead of just using what is a shitty what's a shitty Windows clone? I'm not sure what Windows clone you're talking about. Do you mean Mac OS? Anyway, on this one we're going to set the default directory name for 64-bit libraries to lib. Okie doke. So what are we doing? With case uname, then yes. that said statements going way over my head. Anyway, that one, yes. Cool, we did that. Now we want to go make dir-v build, cd into the build, and now we can take this massive command here. Because I am dumb and screwed this up last time, we will reread this section. So anyone new sort of half knows what's going on, I guess, but you still won't know what's going on because you'd missed the first part. But hey, it's always good to have a refresher, I guess. Plasma is a bad knockoff, so it's shittier. Is there a way to join the YouTube chat using any Linux command programs or anything else? You can join the Twitch chat with Chatterino. LCD hasn't released their video about the challenge yet, have they? No, I don't believe so. How long ago did you start the stream? Like 10 minutes ago. You didn't miss much. I've just been resetting up the GCC stuff. You're good. Like, you're good right now. Like, nothing interesting has happened. So with glibc version 2.11, oh, this chat is way worse than last time. I don't know what's happening this time, but the chat is just absolutely awful today. This option ensures the package will be compatible with the host version of glibc. It is set to the minimum glibc requirement in host system requirements. Will I use the Nix package manager? So package management is covered. Actually, it's not really covered. Package management will be part of BLFS. That is beyond Linux from scratch. Basically, what LFS is going to be taking us to do is having a working system. Then BLFS is getting things like, you know, Xorg and all of that fun stuff, like networking and all that fun stuff after that. Yeah. Do you know open-based? What the hell is open-based? With new lib, since a working C library is not yet available, this ensures that inhibit_libc constant is defined when building libgcc. This prevents the compiling of any code that requires libc support. Yo, Nosy, how you doing? Why are we discussing bloatware? I don't know, because the chat is having their own field day today. Yo! How you doing, man? Welcome. Without headers, when creating a complete cross compiler, GCC requires standard headers compatible with the target system. For our purposes, these headers will not be needed. This switch prevents GCC for looking for them. I mean OpenBSD. I thought there actually was something called open-based. Enable init fini array. This switch forces the use of some internal data structures that are needed but cannot be detected while building a cross compiler. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. This is a great... I'm sure this is a great way to start your Saturday morning. Disable shared. This switch forces GCC to link its internal library statically. We need this because the shared libraries require glibc, which is not yet installed on the target system. Disable multilib. On x86 LFS, on x86 64, LFS does not support a multilib configuration. This switch is harmless for x86. We are not using an x86 system, we're using x86 64 because this is the year 2021 and everybody is running 64-bit systems. And then all of this stuff, basically, we are disabling support for floating point extension, threading, libatomic, libgomp, libquadmath, libssp, libvtv, and the C++ standard library, respectively. These features will fail to compile when building a cross-compiler and are not necessary for the task of cross-compiling the temporary libc. Okay. Enable languages. So we're enabling C and C++. These are the only languages needed right now. So let's do a muck, and that's gonna go for the next 10 minutes. So how you guys doing? If you guys want to do like Q&A while this is going, that's cool. If you guys just want to sit here and be boring, that's also cool. And I don't know, maybe you're gonna keep fighting over what the I don't know, what the best window manager is or what the best desktop environment is. I don't know. Will you build multi-lib? I'm gonna do what the instructions tell me to do. So if we do multi-lib stuff, then we will do multi-lib stuff. If it says no multi-lib stuff, then we will deal with that later, I guess. Why GNU, not LL via muscle? Because the book says the GNU. That's pretty much... Here's my explanation for every choice I make. The book says so. I am doing as the book says. Does LFS have a package manager? No. You pick the package manager. LFS actually, actually, while this is going, actually, I'll show you. There is a section in here that roughly talks about package management. I don't remember what the section's called. Is it this one? Might be this one. No, it's further down. Here we go. So Package Manager is an often requested addition to the LFS book. A package manager allows tracking the installation of files, making it easy to remove and upgrade packages, as well as the binary and library files. A package manager will handle the installation of configuration files. Before you begin to wonder, no, this section will not talk about nor recommend any particular package manager. What it provides is a roundup of the more popular techniques and how they work. The perfect package manager for you may be among these techniques or may be a combination of two or more of these techniques. This section briefly mentions issues that may arise when upgrading packages. So basically, this brings up the idea of package management, but ultimately the choice package manager is up to you because there's not really any independent distro package manager. Like you could use the Nix package manager. You could use Pacman. You could use apt. You shouldn't, but you could use whatever you want. And ultimately, it's sort of up to what you want to get working. People have been suggesting from the start to use the Kiss package manager. I probably will end up using that just because that seems like an easy choice to go with. Plus, I don't know, people like Kiss, and I like Dylan Arapt, so that's cool. He's a cool dude. He's a bit of a crazy person when it comes to shell script, but he's a cool dude nonetheless. I'll give you TSMR. There you go. ASMR. Are you happy now? Shower me with money. No Pac-Man on LFS? You could do Pac-Man, absolutely. You could do it. So Git is your package manager. Well, if you want to be, like, very lazy and not set anything up, then yeah, it could be. More people sending blank messages, thank you. wget better than curl because you should only care about getting packages. I think for an early part of... Yeah, for an early part of this, it actually did use wget. Because it wanted you to download, like, hundreds of packages, so it gives you, like, a big list of packages to download. Are you building GCC? That is correct. I am building GCC, yes. GCC will take us 12 units of time. I think it was 12? Yes, 12 standard build units. What does that mean exactly? That means it is 12 times longer than one standard build unit. What does that mean? Well, it depends on your system. For mine, that works out to be, I think one standard build unit is about like 1 or 2 minutes. So a while. A while is how long it's gonna take. 12%? What? Where'd you get 12% from? No, that's not what that means. I wrote a lemon bar populator in a dialect of Lisp that outputs / compiles to Lua. Okay. It's honestly pretty fun to write, but it's completely useless to me as I'm on Awesome WM. Well, you could use lemon bar on Awesome. You can just disable the Awesome bar. A bit off topic. There's no topic right now. We're literally compiling code. The topic is whatever I can talk about to keep you guys watching this. But I'm curious, is it true that there are so many spiders in Australia, and most of them want to kill you? Actually a spider like around my house. Like it's like what, like this big. It's just chilling there. Like I put it next to my face. Here we go. It's like this big. There you go. It's about the size of my cheek. Just chilling there. I could deal with it. I'm just nah. Should be right. It's keeping the other spiders away. That spider will just eat the other spiders before they can get inside. That's my logic. Oh yay! Internet. Well, that's good. Are we gonna come back? I don't know. Are we back? Yes, we're back. Okay, cool. Nope, we're not back. Shit. Okay, we're back. Oh, we're not back. Shit. Okay. Okay. Let's see if the stream decides to revive itself, and I'm not very hopeful. Oh, QT or GTK. I don't know if you can hear me. If so, oh, we're alive? Yes? Okay, stream's back. Welcome. Hi. How's it going? QT or GTK. I mainly run GTK stuff, but that's only because a lot of stuff is made in GTK. If we're going to talk about the, like, the projects and the philosophies behind them, especially the philosophies behind the developers, I would put my support behind QT. But most stuff out there is written with GTK in mind. It is slowly changing. Like, QT is starting to, like, get a lot more popularity. I can only hear you. Try restarting. Internet sucks in SA. No, the internet's actually, it's okay. It's okay for Australia. But sometimes it just dies for just no reason. LFS is like watching a Linux distro give birth. That's pretty accurate. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what to say about that. Well, that's literally what we're doing. We are building a Linux distro on top of the Linux distro. So it's a fair statement, I'll say. Let's see. Are we good? Are we alive? Stream still going? Yep. Okay. Hopefully the stream doesn't die again. But we did drop 2,000 frames. So it could very well die at any point. Because yay. So the stream died for a sec. The stream's gonna hopefully not do that again. I hope. Was wondering why it was buffing. Yeah, buffing? Buffering. It's good now? Okay, cool. Everything says it's good on my side anyway. Let's see. Any tips on doing real analysis in... What do you mean real analysis? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Real analysis. Is real analysis the name of a specific field of analysis, or are you trying to say something very confusing? I'm not understanding what you're saying. Math. Okay, just saying math does not help. So what name do you want to give the what name distro to give? Okay, no, that just made no... Cool, I'm actually not having a stroke. That just made no sense. Oh my god, the connection died again. Oh, we good? We alive again? Nope. Okay. Lovely. This is going to be a trend today, isn't it? I feel like it is. Yay. Are we we're alive now? Okay, we're alive again. Jesus Christ. I read somewhere that Australian ISPs don't care about piracy and torrenting. Is that true? Australian ISPs will take the path of least resistance every chance they get. So if the government comes to them and says, hey, you need to ban Pirate Bay, you need to ban, I don't know, whatever site they need to ban, Australian ISPs will basically say, okay, we will do that. We will do a DNS block. They will literally take the path of least resistance that will not do anything like productive to anyone who actually knows the slightest bit about computers. This is open base, pretty much, yes. Emu Wars 3. What happened to Emu Wars 2? Like, some of the ISPs straight up just don't care. Like, they will do nothing. Like, they're supposed to have Pirate Bay blocked, but they just don't. They just refuse to do it. And they're just like, okay. Because they, like, no one's chasing them up about it. Okay, now we can actually get this installed. Okay, so make installe. Cool. That should take less time. I would prefer running Qt apps. My setups usually start off as Lubuntu. I'm really used to apt-get. Okay, it seems like we're good now. Oh wait, no, we're building in tools, aren't we? Where are we? I don't even remember what we're building stuff to now. Actually, no, it should be, yeah, we're building stuff to tools, aren't we? Slash LFS slash tools. Slash, yes, slash bin. Okay, that looks like it's doing what we'd expect it to. But yo, how you doing? Welcome to the shit show. You need to install system headers for your ARM everything. This build of GCC has installed a couple of internal system headers. Normally, one of them limits.h would in turn include the corresponding system limits.h header. In this case, LFS slash user slash include there we go. What am I doing? Let's do an ls. That's what I'm trying to do. Include. No such file or directory. Okay. Compiling the compiler can actually make it better. I'm sure it can. I think they like to show they're doing something if it's in the news, but really they are like, yeah, it's fine, guys. We don't. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Seems like it's counterproductive compiling. How do you think you're gonna get a compiler if you don't compile the compiler? This does not exist. So the internal header that has just been installed is a partial self-contained file and does not include the extended features of the system header. This is adequate for building glibc, but the full internal header will be needed for later. Create a full version of the internal header using a command that is identical to what the GCC build does in normal circumstances. Okay, so we are seeding out of here. And then... okay, God, what is this? Okay, I was like, why is that going so far off the screen? There we go. There. And boop. Okay. Compiling compile will make the universe implode. Installing LFS plus 99,999 social credit. Shh. Don't remind the Australian government to do that. So that is going to cat the GCC limit x.h that and that to LFS target dash GCC slash install tools slash include slash limits.h. Okay. What does that actually output to? I want to see. No, I don't want the entire thing. Go away. Stop it. Stop. There we go. No. Copy the thing that I tell you to copy. So that... okay, so that... Right, that's where stuff's being installed to. Okay, maybe I should actually make sure I'm keeping an eye on that one. Minimal systemd with stuff disabled at compile time. Bro, if I had to install LFS, I'd make a system with busybox, clang, systemd or run it, apt, a rolling release model, and KDE Plasma plus Qt apps. That's a lot of stuff. Just remember, you have to make sure all that stuff works yourself. Okay, so let's do ls this. I want to make sure stuff's actually being installed properly. God, I can right click on it, can't I? Yes. Slash install. I presume safely it will be, but I just want to be certain. Okay, that file is located where it should be. Cool. Next up, now we have to do. Oh wait, I actually should do the rm dash wait cd dot dot. No, those are not dots, Brodie. That is what you want. rm dash rf gcc. That one. Cool. We actually remembered to actually do stuff properly. Okay, installation of Linux API headers. Okay, so the API header file is that one. So tar-xf. Installing a minimal distro like LFS just to bloat it with. Well, LFS isn't a minimal distro. LFS is a set of tools to build a distro. Also, yeah, I'll probably put systemd on it just to troll you guys. If I feel like going through the process of compiling systemd. So we're not making a build folder for this one. By the way, what is the music in the background? This is what it says on the screen. This is Guilty Spark by Harris Heller. This is part of the StreamBeats project that he has. CD into Linux. So the Linux kernel needs to expose an application programming interface API for the system's C library glibc in LFS to use. This is done by way of sanitizing the various C header files that are shipped in the Linux kernel source tarball. Make sure there are no stale files embedded in the package. So make Mr. Proper. Yeah, we're gonna say proper. Sure, why not? Mr. Proper. I'm gonna say Mr. Proper. Mr. Proper sounds better. Now extract the user visible kernel headers from the source. The recommended make target headers _ install cannot be used because it requires rsync, which may not be available. The headers are first placed in ./user, then copied to the needed location. Okay, so make headers. Nah, muscle better than uclibc, bionic, mlibc, diet lib. What are these? These are too many acronyms. What are you even saying? No idea. I don't use LLV. That's fun to say. Okay. So we're going to be doing that one. Can we copy the thing that I pressed Control-C on? Thank you. There we go. That's what I expected. Run that. Okay. So we are RMing the user include make file. Okay. Have anyone ever tried to create a social media entirely in terminal yet? There's a couple of... Well, I'm pretty sure there are some terminal interfaces for like Mastodon, like Pleroma and stuff like that. I'm sure there are ways you can work with that. Almost certainly. Did you see Chris Titus's stream? I watched a couple of minutes of it. He got frustrated that he couldn't Control-Shift-V someone else's Alacrity config into a fresh install of Alacrity and gave up because of it. Then he got frustrated. Did you invite a terminal client for TikTok recently? Yes, and it wasn't very good, but I'm still meaning to do a video on it. Okay, so we're copying all of the user includes to LFS/user. Terminal only, terminal rules. Well, having something be terminal only doesn't make any sense. Are you SSH'd in? I know this is a VM. This is VirtualBox, for anyone who cares. There we go. This is Arch running GNOME. I'm not doing this on Ubuntu. Okay, so content of the Linux API headers. So this, sure, yep. Okay, so user include ASM is the, okay. I can assume that something titled ASM is the ASM headers. You don't need to tell me that. I can assume the stuff that's titled Linux is the Linux headers. Like that. I hope there's no one in here that's like, you know, struggling to understand this concept. Like this is a pretty straightforward one. This is the most useless description I have ever read. This is the thing that it is clearly labeled as. Anyway, that is all. Okay, so let's do a ls on lf. Not that is the wrong symbol. LFS / user. Right, we copied that into the include there. Right. And that, yep, that's all of the stuff we just did there. Cool. Okay, we have all of the... Welcome to LFS where everything is outdated. Well, would you want to be building a cutting-edge system? You can always update the kernel and update your packages later. Like, you don't need to build it on, like, the most cutting-edge stuff. Like, you can... That can be done later. Anyway, next up is doing a glibc. Shit, that's not what I wanted to do. cd into mnt lfs / sources. Okay. rm-rf linux. I'm gonna delete Linux. Linux has been deleted. No, it's not cursed. I use Arch with GNOME and I enjoy it. Look, to be honest, I don't hate GNOME. GNOME's actually fine. Like, I don't like the GNOME devs, but GNOME as a project by itself, this is fine. I don't have a problem with it. I do have a problem with this super time up here. I don't know why it's wrong. I don't know why my VM's just like, nah, I'm just not gonna set the right time. Anyway, the glibc package contains the main C library. This library provides the basic routines for allocating memory, searching directories, opening and closing files, reading and writing files, string handling, pattern matching, arithmetic, and so on. I was gonna read that as arithmetic. How many times we have to point out that GNOME is a package Ubuntu uses, GNOME doesn't equal Ubuntu. Ubuntu even has a dock on the left as an extension to GNOME, or vanilla GNOME doesn't have. Oh, I didn't even consider that actually. Yeah, like I've actually never used vanilla GNOME. The only other time I've ever actually used it is when I was running Ubuntu. I've used Ubuntu a couple of times. The reason why the Linux desktop never got popular is because of GNOME. I think the reason why the Linux desktop never got popular is because of that argument. That somehow... no, the reason why it never got popular is because there are choices. That's your problem. There's too many choices. Okay. Let's see. I'm guessing it's gonna be just called glibc or something. Yes. Eh? Oh. Oh, of course. Because that's the wrong one. GNOME only exists because of KDE. There's too much choices on the Linux desktop. That's why everyone gets confused about it. And when you start just throwing out acronyms about, like, okay, this is the GC, this is GCC, which will help you compile glibc, and glibc will help you compile Xorg, and all of these other just throwing acronyms at people isn't a good way to, you know, isn't a good way to get people's attention in a way they'll understand. Anyway, first create a symbolic link for LSB compliance. Additionally, for x86-64, create a compatibility symbolic link required for proper operation of the dynamic library loader. Okay, so if we're on i86, do that. We're on x64. Or x86-64, sorry. So making a symlink from /lib. Wait. /lib. Are we not supposed to be CD'd into here? Wait. /lib /ld. Wait, am I missing? CD into... Wait. OS, kernel, Coreutils, distro, D, WM, people get all confused. Well, I can't imagine why. I can't imagine why. Okay. Oh, sorry, I was doing that backwards. Right, okay. So that went and made a symlink from... Oh, yeah, okay, no, I was reading that backwards. Maybe if I use the Chicago 95 thing, I might be able to trick my dad into using... What is Chicago 95? I'm guessing that's like based... Does that make it look like Windows 95 or something? Some of the glibc programs use the non-FSH compliant /var/db directory to store their runtime data. Apply the following patch... Oh, we're using patches now. Okay. I'm guessing we don't need... Wait, no. /glib. No, we will need to actually patch... untar that. Okay. I hope I didn't actually make a mistake in where that needs to go. Because this is... It seems like it's skipping a couple of important steps here. Which is always good to see. Oh, no, that is... Okay, that does need to be untar. Okay, no, it isn't. I'm just reading it wrong. Okay, ignore me. I'm just actually reading it completely wrong. So that is fine then. We're supposed to CD into that, and that'll be fine to apply. Cool. Slack were created... Wait. Like how Debian and Slack were created because the bugs of soft... What the hell is soft landing Linux? That sounds like a distro that doesn't exist anymore. Linux Mint is probably the best for new users. Is it... A lot of people recommend Pop! OS nowadays. Mainly because, like, the whole big marketing push that Pop! OS, I guess, the System 76 guys did about, the NVIDIA drivers and how, like, they handle them better than other things handle them or something. I don't know. Ultimately, you can get NVIDIA drivers set up on anything. It's just nice to have them set up conveniently. I'll just recommend them straight to Arch, and that's why you've never convinced anyone to actually use Linux. I would never, ever ask someone to go on like not even just Arch, just a rolling release as their first distro. Do you have an IRC channel? No, but apparently you can connect to Matrix through IRC or something. I don't know how it works, but no, I don't have an IRC channel. Ensure the ldconfig and SLN utilities are installed into /user/sbin. I think NVIDIA is a pain in Linux is just BS. It seems like it represents reality. What do you mean it's just BS? I recommend depending on the person. But I use Arch. I recommend Pop! OS, but I use Arch. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, well, that's the same case for Anthony from LTT. Like, he recommends Pop! OS to new people, but he is an Arch user himself. And I think that's probably a perfectly, perfectly fair... Oi. Focus on the right window. Perfectly fair position to be in. I haven't faced a problem. I'm using a 3060. Right. The problem with NVIDIA drivers isn't the fact that they work for you. It's the fact they don't work for other people. there's a lot of people who struggle with getting the NVIDIA drivers to work, but other people have perfectly fine experiences. It's not that they're completely busted and no one can ever use them. It's that they seem to be fairly inconsistent, and for some systems just don't work as they should, and introducing things like micro-stuttering that just make them feel worse than an equivalently powered AMD card. Anyway, the meaning of the configure options. So, host LFS target, build that directory, /scripts/config.guess. The combined effect of these switches is that glibc's build system configures itself to be cross-compiled using the cross-linker and cross-compiler in LFS tools. Yeah, I kind of wish I had an AMD GPU. Good luck buying a GPU, just GPU in general. I was looking at, what was it? The AMD 6600 and 6600 XT. The XT is 800 Australian dollars. That's ridiculous. I think it puts it like 600 US or something stupid like that. The 6600 is a bit cheaper. I think at like 700 or something like that. But you can't buy them because they just went out of stock instantly, because that's what happens with all new GPU releases right now. You just can't buy them. I have figured out a way I could buy a 6600 XT though. So if I sell my current card, so I have an RX 570. It's not a good card. It's a card from 5 years ago. It's a mid-range card from 5 years ago. I can sell the card I have for $600 on eBay. I paid $140 for it. I can sell it for $600. If I sell it for $600, I can then pay the difference. I think I pay like $300 of my own money to buy a 6600 XT then. That's how ridiculous the prices are. They actually had whoa, they had some 6900 XTs in stock. Wow, that's impressive. A couple of cards are in stock here. It's just they're in stock at stupid prices. Enable kernel equals 3.2. This tells glibc to work with the library with support for 3.2 and later Linux kernels. Workarounds for older kernels are not enabled. Got my 5600. Yeah, I wish I bought a 5600 XT before the crash. Sorry, before the, not crash, the spike. Crash would be good. I would love a crash. Intel onboard chipset is all you need to stream, Brodie. Is that so? Do you want to try that? Do you want to try that? I run an AMD card anyway. Or AMD CPU. So, actually, that probably would work better, to be honest. But, I was, like, when I bought my GPU, I didn't really care about gaming. I wish I did now. I wish I'd spent, like, I think it would have cost me, like, $400 or something to buy a good card. And I wish I did, because now I want a good card, and I can't get one without paying stupid prices. With headers, LFS user include. This tells glibc to compile itself against the headers recently installed to the LFS user include directory. Yo, Babbler, how you doing? So that it knows exactly what features the kernel has and can optimize itself accordingly. glibc CV slipder. Slipder. I'm sure it's pronounced slip. I'm gonna say slip. Hey, Brodie, what do you think about Linus's Linux challenge? I think I'm gonna milk it for money. But in all seriousness, I actually think it's a really good, a good idea for someone who has a big channel, but is very inexperienced with Linux to be showing what the new user experience is actually like. Because there's a lot of people who talk about Linux who have really never used it, or they used it like 10 years ago and their experience, is, what that is like. But someone like Linus, like, he's going to be able to show what the actual new user experience is like. Linus does have a weird setup though. So that is going to actually be interesting, because there's a lot of things that Linus is going to have problems with that regular people won't. Like, he's doing G-Sync over HDMI, for example. From what I've heard about Luke's experience, he's having more of the, like, the general new user experience, where it's just like, it just works. Like, Luke's side is going to be far less exciting, but I'm excited to see what Linus has to say, because he said it is going to piss off the hardcore Linux guys, and I'm excited to see what that ends up entailing. This ensures libc slibder. This ensures the library is installed in userlib instead of the default lib64 on 64-bit machines. Just woke up at 6:20. Go back to sleep. 6:20. During this stage, the following warning might appear. I don't think we saw any warning. The missing or compatible message FMT program is generally harmless. This message for FMT format, I'm guessing that's format, program is part of the get text package which the host distribution should provide. There have been reports this package may fail when building as a parallel make. If this occurs, rerun the command with a J1 option. Okay, we'll just run it as is. Wait, it did tell us to CD into here, didn't it? Yes. Okay, let's do a make. Are you going to watch the Minecraft live? What in the world are you talking about? What is the Minecraft live? Now, hopefully that doesn't fail. Because if it does, we'll have to do the fix that it says, and then take years to compile it, because we'll have to compile it with one core. Luke Smith, or is this LTT character? Why would I be talking about Luke Smith as someone who's never experienced Linux? G'day from Briz. Suck shit, you're from Brisbane. Love the channel. Good to see Aussie in the Linux space. Thank you. I take back what I said about Brisbane. It's a nice city, I guess. Gold Coast is nice, at least. I'll give you Gold Coast. Gold Coast is a nice beach. Or nice beach area. Nothing more minimal than rat poison WM. I'll make something more minimal. I'll just take rat poison and strip out every bit of functionality. Fidelity effects mainly because it's open source and more available. You talking about fidelity effects? I was actually testing out FSR the other day. You can enable FSR in Proton GE and like force it in every game. It actually works really well, like really, really well. It's a bit jank the way you enable it. You have to like drop. I think you enable it and then you drop down the internal resolution of the game, and then FSR will kick in and like raise it back up. It's a really weird system. You said g'day like an American, did I? My secret has been revealed. I will delete this stream now. This will fail. You're barely focusing on what's being done. What do you mean? There's nothing being done. I ran the make command and it just goes. What are you talking about? There's nothing to focus on. Have you ever tried the window manager called Monster WM? I've heard of it. I've not used it. It's pretty cool, but it's incredibly minimal. It's pretty much what Didum should have been. Luke Smith would absolutely love it. Speaking of Luke, what is Luke even doing at this point? Like, I have actually no idea. Are you going to package this as an ISO? I have no idea how to do that. The frames are dropping? It shouldn't be. It doesn't say any frames dropped here. Only ones after the ones that dropped before. Mega rant about Linus being elitist to normies on r/Linux. Wait. Make a rant how Linus to bring elitists to normies. What does that? What does that mean? Are you compiling your OS? What are we compiling right now? We are compiling glibc. We're compiling the C library, and then we can compile other stuff. Luke is talking about mythology and religion. You know, that makes sense for him. Honestly, that actually makes a lot of sense. Stream is fine? Okay, good. It seems like it's not failing. Does not related podcast about history now, apparently. Huh. Should have gone with muscle. But the book does not say muscle. It says glibc and GCC. So we're doing what the book says. Look, you're free to write you're free to do your own stream and use whatever compiler or whatever nonsense you want. That's fine by me. But we're using what the book says because I wanna know what I'm doing. Where does this start from? Do you use a pre-built GCC or do you bootstrap from that too? Actually I'll show you. Let's go home. So right now we are. Cool, that's all done. Right now, we are currently building a cross-compilation toolchain. We built GCC earlier, or we built, like, part of GCC, just enough. This stream is going until 3 a.m. No, it's going for 3 hours. I'm going to do the rest in 2 weeks. I'm going to do this for as long as we can do this in parts. I don't care. But, yeah, right now we're building our cross-compiling toolchain so that then we can build our actual toolchain. Yeah. It's 6:25 for me, by the way. I just woke up. I hope you just woke up if it's 6:25 a.m. I hope you weren't awake earlier than that. If LFS is not set properly, it should still be set. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be. No, it's still set. Cool. Save is okay. It's a word. It's a descriptor that makes sense, I guess. If LFS is not set properly, and despite the recommendations you are building as root, we're building as LFS. That's fine. The next command will install the newly built glibc to your host system, which will most likely render it unusable. Okay, we are definitely as the right user. That's fine. So double check the environment is set correct before running the command. Yeah. Okay. That would be very bad if we didn't have that set. That would be, things would break very badly. But it's fine. I know we're in the right environment. Can't wait for Linux Elites to rant on Reddit about how Linus is going to bring more normies to Linux. Oh, thank you for translating. Honestly, like, you know what? It's funny that r/Linux is, like, getting kind of uppity about it, because they are the biggest, like, Linux normies on the fucking planet. Like all of those people would have been fans of Linus, like, a couple of years ago. Have you ever, any thoughts on Titus OS? I presume this is, Chris's project? I didn't know he was, if it is Chris's project, I didn't know he was working on one. Congrats. I literally have no idea what it is. So when are you going to try GNU? I know what Darwin is, and I know what GNU is. What is GNU, Darwin? Can we not show Brave ads while I'm streaming? Thank you. Oi. There we go. Go away. Where were we at? So destr equals LFS. The destr make variable is used by almost all packages to define the location where the packages should be installed. If it is not set, it defaults to root. Oh, that's why it will kill your system, because you'd be replacing glibc with the half-compiled glibc that we're doing here. Here we specify the package be installed in LFS, which become the root after 7.4 entering the chroot environment. Right. Fix hard-coded path to the executable loader in LDD script. That path is... Why is that hard-coded? Sure, it's hard-coded, apparently. Okay. At this point, it's imperative to stop and ensure the basic functions, compiling and linking of the new toolchain are working as expected. To perform a sanitary check, run the following commands. Okay. So let's run that. So we're making a dummy file. We are going to compile the file. And then we are going to read elf, the output, and grep ld-linux. If everything is working correctly, there should be no errors. No errors, okay. And the output of the last command will be of the form requesting program interpreter lib64 ld-linux-x60. Okay, cool. That's exactly what we'd expect to see. Good. Note that for 32-bit machines, the interpreter name will be libld rather than lib64. Right. Fair enough. Launch D is basically system D, though. Oh yeah, I forgot that's what the what macOS uses. Look, if you use Reddit, you're already basically a normie anyway. If the output is not shown as above, or there is no output at all, then something is wrong. Investigate and retrace and retrace the steps to find out where the problem is and correct it. This issue must be resolved before continuing on. We know it's already working, so we are good, actually. What use cases does LFS actually have? Is it purely educational? If you hate your life and you want to do nothing but compile code all day. If Gen 2 is not enough compiling code, and you want to compile even more code, do people still use 32-bit CPUs? Hopefully not on, like, consumer systems, because I don't... Oh, actually, no, you could still run Arch. Arch and Gen 2 could still run 32-bit. There's like 32-bit variants of them. So... Yes, because there's people who like really old ThinkPads. I guarantee someone's running a ThinkPad old enough that has a 32-bit CPU in it. I still have an 8-bit one. I really hope you're not using it for anything like productive, because that would be slow as hell. Building the packages in the next chapter will serve as an additional check that the toolchain has been built properly. If some package, especially binutils -pass2 or GCC pass2 fails to build, it is an indication that something's gone wrong with the previous binutils, GCC, or glibc installations. Okay. Now that our tool chain is complete, finalize the installation of the limits.h header. For doing so, run a utility program provided by the GCC developers. Cool, so we're gonna run this, and cool. There was Arch32. I have a I knew that existed. I don't know how many people use it, but I'm sure someone uses it. The answer is always ThinkPad hipsters, pretty much, pretty much. And I'm sure, like, obviously, like, you know, factory use case. Like, if you have a system that is running, like, Windows 95 and it's functioning, like, you don't need to replace it. But for consumer systems, sure, there's probably some people. I can't imagine it's many, but there's some people. I tend to skip the make test parts. I don't trust myself not to, like, do something wrong. Is that everything? That was everything. Okay, cool. Let's cd ... and do a rm on the glibc. rm-rf because it is... Yes. rf, not rv. What is rv? That's not a thing. I declare war on Linux eliters, and this is from an Arch user. Thank you. Learn to speak. Yes. Like, just be it's an operating... It's a computer, it's an operating system. Just be a normal person. Would you better put the VM disk somewhere like Git, or the changes you're doing being made to a physical disk? No, I'm not insane. I'm doing it on the VM. I could do that if people really want it for some reason. You should try installing LFS or 486. I don't have a 486 sitting around, but no. I would have to go with an older version of LFS, like a very old version, like a 90s version of LFS to do that. Hi, Brodie. Hope you're having a good day so far. Yeah, it's a pretty good day. Well, it's actually like 9 PM, but good day. I played Final Fantasy XIV most of the day because it's a really fun game and I'm wasting a lot of time playing it. But it's a Saturday, so I don't care. Lib standard C++ is the standard C++ library. It is needed to compile C++ code. Well, go figure you need the C++ library to compile C++ code. Part of GCC is written in C++. But we had to defer its installation when we built GCC-pass1 because it depends on glibc. Wait. So... the... lib standard C++ depends on glibc, and GCC depends on depends on lib standard C++. So by what's the word? By transitive what's the word? Ownership? Transitive dependencies, that one. By transitive dependencies, this is just a circle. It's just a circle. Everything's dependent on everything. Yay. This is why, you know what? We should just, the dependency circle joke, exactly. Luke Smith might be working on his web pages, but they've written in HTML. It doesn't take that much time to modify some HTML. Lib standard C++ is part of the GCC sources. You should first unpack the GCC tarball. Okay, cool. So let's do a tar-xf on the GCC. If you go down enough, everything is a circle. Is that so? I'm going to take your word for it. One of the reasons for hesitance around adding Rust to Linux kernel is this process will take even more steps. That's entirely fair. That is completely fair. CD into GCC. We're going to do our make dir build. We're going to CD into the build. NVIDIA finally supporting standard APIs that are used by most Wayland compilers. I did hear about that, actually. So hopefully Wayland will actually be decent on NVIDIA now. Bootstrapping from nothing when. Yeah, you know what? We should just bootstrap from punch cards. Luke got assimilated by Brave TM Council. He wasn't doing a good enough job shilling at your next Brodie. Oh, shit. I'm screwed then. I don't really shill. Yeah, you know what? I can't say I don't shill Brave because someone's going to completely disagree with me. I will. Every time I thought I have the equivalent exchange of shilling Brave and trashing them. Every time I shill Brave, I have to make a video where I completely trash them as well, so I can keep my shilling points at a level 0. So I like raise up my shill and then drop it back down. This is how it works. I recently got an M1 MacBook Air, first Mac ever. That's cool. And the performance is pretty damn impressive. It actually, from what I've seen, it actually is. I'm looking forward to the future ARM CPUs. Have you gotten a chance to try it? I've gone into like a computer store and like, you know, just bashed my keys on, bashed my fingers on the keyboard and opened up a terminal and ran just a bunch of commands to scare the workers there. But apart from that, no. It's always fun to go to a computer store and just open up the terminal and just do shit they don't like. It's always fun when they don't, like, you know, properly secure their root and just, you know, you can, like, I'm not gonna, actually, you know what, I should probably stop talking. Anyway, do as I say, not as I do. Specifies that the cross compiler we have just built should be used instead of the one in user bin. Disable lib standard cxx-pch. This prevents the installation of precompiled include files which are not needed at this stage. It's always fun when they, even though they don't give you root access, it's always fun when they give the test systems internet access, because internet access is enough to already mess with them really hard. With gxx-include-dir, does anyone know the reason of Luke stopping to upload? Probably because I don't know, he's LARPing that he doesn't like being a YouTuber again. I don't know. If he makes too many videos, people think he's actually taking YouTube seriously. So he just inherently has to take a break every so often. This is the location where the C++ compiler should search for the standard include files in a normal build. Is he writing a book? Huh, okay. That's actually, you know what? That's cool. In a normal build, this information is automatically passed to the lib standard C++ configure options from the top level directory. In our case, this information must be explicitly given. No, Luke stopped uploading because his rent isn't due yet. Yeah, that's fair. Well, I can tell you how much Luke makes from YouTube. Like it's very, judging by my numbers, I can tell you how much Luke makes. But yes, if someone can check his social blade and tell me how many views he gets a month, I can tell you how much he makes. Well, that's just from YouTube anyway. Compile lib standard C++ by running make. Cool. How long is this gonna take? Shouldn't take. Oh, those are definitely C++ warnings. 0.4 standard build units. This should only take like a minute or so. Luke's a billionaire. All right, he also got money from some crypto guys, didn't he? That was why he got an article in BBC, Guardian, Verge. Whichever outlet it was, wrote an article about him, saying alt-right people are paying Linux creators 500k in the last month. Okay, yes, because he didn't upload. So that puts him around, I don't know what it is in US dollars. That would put him around 1,500 Australian a month. So like 1,200 US, something like that. It's not 2k, it's a little bit less than that. It's around 1,300 or so, I would say. Judging my numbers, but Luke probably gets demonetized more than I do, which is more than zero, more than zero, because I don't try to push YouTube's buttons. Oh, did anyone see the anime video that Kenny put out today? The how to watch anime from the terminal. Do anyone see that one? I'm sure you guys did. I'm sure someone here did. I know there are some weebs in here. I hate Red Hat too. They're scum of the earth. If you didn't have Red Hat, you wouldn't have most of the software you use on Linux. Most people don't realize this, but most of the Linux desktop is paid for by Red Hat. Like Xorg is effectively a Red Hat project. Wayland is a Red Hat project. You just wouldn't have your system working as you think it would. 1,100 US is 1,500. Yeah, about that. Okay, it would be about that much then. Bugs already made a video about it before. Shit, does that mean I have to make a video now? I didn't even realize this existed. I genuinely didn't even know this program existed. How did no one tell me this? Probably showed up on 4chan, to be honest. Watched it. We'll still use. I'll still use the cat site though. Yes, that's the cat site's a good site. Haven't watched Kenny's latest yet. I didn't watch all of it. I watched like parts of it, but hey, it was a good video from what I saw. Kenny's always fun. We can get rid of this guy now. It's rm dash. Wait, we did run the build command, didn't we? Yes. Okay. Cool. rm-rf a roof Jesus. Cool. Is Kenny a weeb or is he just memeing? I feel like Kenny's a weeb. We know he's a gamer. It wouldn't be a stretch to find out he's a weeb. Okay. And next one. Cool. So that is all of the... That is all... So what was that section titled? That was the... We have now finished compiling a cross toolchain. Now we're doing compiling temporary tools. Did you run the install command? Yes, I did. I did run the install command. We can scroll all the way up. It's gonna take... This is a lot of scrolling. Kenny is an NSA agent. You know, this is a bad idea. Why am I scrolling? I do love the GNOME terminal just like doesn't care. It's like it's just gonna keep all of this in memory. We probably scrolled past it, knowing my bad luck. Like, why does it keep all of this in memory? Like, no one's ever gonna scroll back this much. Anyway, This chapter shows you how to cross-compile basic utilities using the just-built cross toolchain. Those utilities are installed into their final location but cannot be used yet. Basic tasks still rely on the host tools. Nevertheless, the installed libraries are used when linking. Using utilities will be possible in next chapter after entering the chroot environment. But all the packages built in the present chapter need to be built before we do that. SU-RM-RF-no preserve root. I ran RM-RF after I update my previous arch install after not being updated. Why did you do that? Updating did not crash the system, so I had to why were you trying to crash the system? Oh wow, okay, bugs right. I had the. That's actually cool. Tap RM-RF. Well, RM-RF/root's not going to do things. Firstly, that won't do anything on most systems. It'll just, it'll complain. At worst, it'll nuke your, home directory. That's the worst it's going to do, assuming it runs at all. But it probably won't run at all. That's why --no preserve -root is needed. Older versions of RM don't care, though. They'll just be like, what? Okay, sure, why not? What's the name of Kenny's channel? Mental Outlaw. Do you not know that Mental Outlaw's name is Kenny? Using utilities will be possible next chapter after entering the chroot environment. But all the packages built in the present chapter need to be built before we do that. Therefore, we cannot be independent of the host system yet. Once again, let us recall the improper setting of LFS together with building as root may render your computer unusable. The whole chapter must be done as user LFS with the environment as described in this one. Yes, also Alpha Nerd. Alpha Nerd. Oh, I always forget about Alpha Nerd. Okay, so tar-xf m4 cd into m4. Watch a video on using cat instead of dd, and I gotta say, cat is a Chad command. Absolutely. I love all the. I got some hilarious comments in there. Omega Dungeon, yes, Omega Dungeon, exactly. I got some amazing comments on there. A lot of people complaining about how there's no point doing this, and instead you should just do you just use DD because it's better to use what you already know, in which case use cat. But it's funny how angry some people got about it. I think this configure command is going to take longer to run than actually compiling the program. I actually think it will. Compile the package. You say, wait. Don't use cat, use Neko instead. Is there actually a program called Neko? You should try out the newly out of alpha. That's not how you. I hope you're spelling alpha like that as a meme, and that's not how you actually spell it normally. Vivaldi email client and RSS feed reader. I've been using Vivaldi for a while now, and I really like it. I used to back when I started this channel, I actually did use Vivaldi. I just haven't used it in a long ass time. I stopped using it because it is slow as hell on Linux. Slow as hell relative to other slow as hell browsers, but it's still slow as hell. Maybe it's better now. At the time, it was awful, but maybe it's way better now. You say that and I hear alpha and a wait, alpha, I'm not, I don't know what you're trying to say. Alpha nerd. If I could run my virtual machines, I would be working on GUIX SD right now. Do you know that SXIV has stopped maintaining? BSPWM isn't being maintained either. But if the program's working and it's like functionally complete, like, does it matter? I don't think so. Like, like, do you need it to be updated? Is there anything about it that needs to be updated? There's no point just updating a program for the sake of it. Like, if no one's maintaining it, like, it's fine. Effectively, like, D menu's not being maintained either, because there's just nothing to change. Oh, okay. I'm still very, very early in FF14. I don't recall that character. I'm still I'm playing a I'm still in Uldar. There we go. I haven't left Uldar yet, and the like areas around it. So I probably I don't know where that character is or who that character is. I'm level 20. There we go. I'm level 20. And still very, very unsure about what the hell's going on. Okay. Ncurses. At least these packages won't take that long to compile. So, first ensure that Gork is found during configuration. You're still just a baby sprout. You'll meet him in time. Yes. Yes. I've got like 20 hours in the game. I would have been further in the story, but 10 of those hours was spent leveling up, mining, goldsmithing, alchemy, and, weaving. The second I got to level 15 and I could swap jobs, I spent a lot of time leveling up the crafting, gathering jobs. All software that isn't written in Rust has security bugs. What if the Rust compiler has a security bug? Rust has a security bug. Yeah. I knew that would be coming. Then run the following commands to build the tick program on the build host. Okay, and can we make that dir? Okay, we run these commands. Already on YT, actually, I even say those letters. I'm just wondering whatever happened to the devs. They tend to take breaks a lot. And they've just taken a very long, the devs just taken a long break. I have like 300 days played. I've maxed all jobs to 8. I'm gonna max all, right now I'm still playing the free trial. I am still doing the free trial because, you know what, if I can get it, look, I'm below level 60. Like, is there any reason to upgrade yet? No. I guess I can access, like, I can't access free companies in the market board, but apart from that, it's fine. So let's see a big YouTuber do a video on Wageroid. Oh, speaking of, phone stuff, did you guys hear about the new Pine phone? The, Pine Phone Pro? Okay, that should be good. No retainers, your bank, and MB. But yeah, just play it at your own pace. Yeah, I play like 6-8 hours a week. Does the Pine phone even have usable apps? Define usable. Look, at this rate, I will be paying for, I absolutely will be paying for, you know, a sub at some point. I'm liking the game a lot. It's a lot of fun. With man page format equals normal. This prevents Ncurses installing compressed manual pages, which may happen if the host distribution itself has compressed manual pages. Without Ada. This ensures... Wait, Ncurses has support for the Ada compiler? Why? Oh, sure, okay. I guess that shows the age of Ncurses. Which may be present on the host, but will be available once we enter the chroot environment. Enable wide C. This switch causes wide character libraries libncurse SWSO.6.2 to be built instead of the normal ones. These wide character libraries are usable in both multi-byte and traditional 8-bit locales, while normal libraries work properly only in 8-bit locales. Wide character and normal libraries are source compatible, but not binary compatible. Why are we talking about... Ada is cool? All I know about Ada is who it's named after. I don't know anything about the language. All I know is it's old. WageDroid can be run on desktop Linux too. It's in the AUR. Huh. I will have a look. Without normal, this switch is this switch disables building and installing most static libraries. Let's do a muck-a. How long is this going to take to build? Pistol time. SeaMonkey is not dead thanks to Parabola GNU / Linux Libre team. Oh yeah, right. I forgot about Parabola. Parabola is a project that exists. If you actually imagine using, well, I guess you could use the open source NVIDIA drivers, but like, just if you're going to use Parabola, I presume you're going to use an AMD card. So we're going to take this one. So we'll do a... we could just run both. Yeah, we could run them like this. Yeah, we could. Boop. PinePhone is definitely promising, but I'm a technophile, and I like having the best. So I'll stick with my Galaxy S21. Why? Just why? Did that run the echo at the end there? Cool, it did. Okay, cool. Oh, there's no output to that one. Of course it's not. It's redirecting the output. Is this in a VM or bare metal? That answers your question. It's a VM. How long has this stream been going? About an hour and a half so far. So tick path. We need to pass the path of the just built tick able to run on the building machine so that the terminal database can be created without errors. And then the echo command. The lib Ncurses SO library is needed by a few packages we will build soon. We create this small linker script as this is what is done in chapter 8. I actually think the new Fairphone looks more interesting than the PinePhone Pro. I think the new Fairphone's bloody expensive. But it's a cool phone. Yo, we're building Bash. Let's go. RM-RF. Ncurses. I don't need a new phone. Like, I will keep this phone, my Chinese spyware phone, until it breaks. That's what I do with phones. Did you ask Cyan for any advice for the LFS stream? No, I didn't. I could have, but I've decided to go into it completely blind. I thought it would, like, remove some of the fun if we, if we asked for help about it. I guess I did ask for help from chat in the first episode. But, yeah, that's about it. I think she's having trouble with her internet right now anyway. When she did her birthday stream, she had to get a, she got a, what's the word? Airbnb, because her internet wasn't working at her house. Bash. CD into the bash. Do you keep using your phone even if it stops getting security updates? I shouldn't. Usually I replace them before that happens. Usually I have a phone for about 2 years. That's my general reset cycle. I used to buy Motorola phones actually. I like fairly stock Android, and Motorola does, they basically ship stock Android. But I decided to go with a different phone when I bought this one, so we have Chinese spyware instead of Motorola. Bash all the bloat of ZSH without all the good features. Imagine not using Ash. What is Ash? Maybe we'll compile Dash for like the full system. Maybe. That should work. A fun fact, the SeaMonkey Internet Suite TM still gets security updates. The meaning of the configure options. Without bash malloc, this option turns off the bash's memory allocation malloc function, which is known to cause segmentation faults. By turning this option off, bash will use the malloc functions from glibc, which are more stable. The phone you have right now have stopped security updates. I have the one. The Realme C5. C5? Yeah, C5. As I said, I probably should replace it at some point, but I just haven't. I'll get to it at some point. I just don't do much on my phone anyway. Like, my phone basically exists for text messages and calls, and that's pretty much it. Fish all the good features without the Hey, there's a shell there. It just acts a little weird. And you can't use it as your system shell because it's not designed for that, and it will actually break your system. Yo, whatever your name says. Make a link for the programs that use SH for a shell. Cool. Next up. Flash your phone with Lineage OS, maybe. Maybe. Well, the problem I have with... I know there are instructions on how to do it on my phone. The problem I have with doing it with my main phone is I don't want to accidentally brick it and then not have a working phone. That's the only reason I don't. Yeah, that's literally the only reason why I don't. What was this? I personally use a OnePlus 6. I recently got Android 11, so I think the support has been pretty good. Have you seen the video? Have you seen the Brodie, have you seen the Brian Will video arguing that Unix system is bad and needs to be replaced? I don't know who Brian Will is. Who is that? Okay, next up. Coreutils. Okay, tar-xf. Coreutils. Up. Thank you, Brodie. Actually, go with the one that's named correctly. Coreutils, thank you. Make a full system backup before potentially breaking your phone so you can restore it to that point. That's a good point, yeah. That's actually a good point. Probably, yeah. Yeah, maybe. Actually, speaking of content, I want to buy a Pine phone at some point. Realme is an Oppo sub-brand. Yes, it is. Actually, funny thing, when I plug this into my computer, it actually detects it as an Oppo phone. I can't... Go away. Stop it. Stop showing me Brave ads. Actually, I'll see if I can find what it was called, actually. So when I plug it in, it gets detected as an Oppo Find 5, unless I have the dev mode enabled, in which case it gets detected as an Oppo Find 7. Why does the dev mode make it a newer phone? Ask Oppo. I have no idea. But yeah, it just shows up as an Oppo phone. PowerShell, barely even a functioning shell. PowerShell's a weird one. I don't understand why the obsession with JSON. It's weird to me. Like, why do you use JSON in your shell? JSON's not a very comfortable format to write. Oh, he's that guy. Oh, that video. Okay, I know exactly who this is. This is the guy who just likes to start fights about things. Right, I forgot about him. I watched that video on, like, my first year of university, just after we started learning about object-oriented programming. Yeah, I do remember that. Okay. G tells me to learn PowerShell. Imagine needing to use objects in your shell. Yeah, it's a really weird format. I don't know why you would do it. Enable install program hostname. This enables the hostname binary to be installed, to be built and installed. It is disabled by default, but is required by the Perl test bit. Why is it disabled by default? Okay, sure. It's disabled by default, apparently. Yeah, there we go. Files better than objects. Why are you objectifying the files? Free phone upgrade? Free phone upgrade? What? Oh, making content on it? Yeah. Why is it so overly verbose? Feels like win toddlers. I'm sure you can come up with a better insult than win toddlers. Surely. Surely win toddlers isn't the best you've got. Like window lickers, for example. Like, that's such a better one than win toddlers. Here we go. Let's do a... files are more real than objects. Get wrecked, object-oriented programs. What are we doing here? Why is there a tab? Why have you used tabs? You've literally never used tabs before this point. Why are you using tabs now? Why do you do this to me? A file is an object, checkmate. That's fair. Move programs to their final expected locations. Although this is not necessary in this temporary environment, we must do so because some programs hard code executable locations. Do you still have a Windows partition? Yes. It's on a separate drive because I don't trust Windows bootloaders not break my system. Which is what you should do. Don't trust the Windows bootloader not to break your system. Put it on a separate drive so you can unplug the drive and not have to deal with Windows when you don't want to deal with it. Because Windows will decide to just break your system when it wants to. It's like, no, the Windows bootloader is more important. I don't care about your main bootloader. Screw that. I'm going to run the Windows bootloader. Cool. I guess after watch the vid from the first. Oh yeah. I've got some plans to get some better badges for membership. Also, I'm gonna get some member emotes made at some point. I've got a plan. I don't want to reveal my plan at this point because I need the person who's gonna do the art to accept they're gonna be doing the art, but I'm sure they'll do it for some money. I don't want to give too much away about it, but you'll see when we get to it. Hi, Coomers. Hi, Fern of Sigma. How you doing? Windows bootloader has caused some kernel panics. Man, that's rough. I luckily haven't had anything like that, but I have had the Windows bootloader decide that it's more important and just make grub not do anything. It's just like, no, we're running today. Doesn't matter what your boot order is. We're running today. Screw grub. Because the Windows bootloader is mean like that and doesn't want to play nice. No, it's not. There's someone else. That's why I don't want to. That's why I don't want to say. What a title. Thank you. Or that title. How you doing? Chris Hayward. Welcome to the show. I don't think I've seen your name before. I feel like you're a new guy. Maybe you did you click because of LFS? I don't know. I've had a lot of new people show up recently because of the Linus stuff. So there's a lot of new faces around that I don't recognize. So if you are new, welcome. If you're not new, then I'm sorry I forgot. I'm sorry I forgot you. But there's a lot of people now, so there's some names that just skip past me. The Kernel's panicking because there's an imp. Stop it! No, we're not talking about Among Us. I've been watching from the shadows for about 6 months. Okay, that makes sense. So you've just been lurking, cool. I'm here because of Luke Smith. Jeez, you've been around for a while then. Luke doesn't like me anymore, by the way. If you go to his matrix, occasionally, like, someone will post something that I said, and then he'll make some snarky remark about it, which is funny. He stopped. I think he started having a problem with me after I called him out for his bullshit web project. I'm new to the chat, but not on the YouTubes. I presume you're new to the Twitch as well, then. Oh yeah, if anyone who doesn't know, I am streaming on Twitch. No, Base.Cooking is a great site. I mean his book thing, where he was gonna pay someone in exposure to build his book integration nonsense, while calling out paying in exposure. Land Chad. Luke's Matrix Brodie shaming pub. I like to lurk in there and just see what's going on every so often. Currently talking about pirating GTA. Sure, okay. Sure. Actually, on that note, I wouldn't buy the new GTA trilogy. I would just go play the PS2 version. Like, the PS2 version is gonna be it's gonna have the original soundtrack, so just go emulate the PS2 version, upscale it to 4K, and it will look bloody gorgeous. And have the original soundtrack, which is also nice. Which I don't think is going to be there in the trilogy remake, or the trilogy re-release, whatever it's going to be. Twitch has 5 viewers, YouTube has 41 viewers, so why bother to stream on Twitch? Because 46 is more than 41. Case, what's the word? Case closed. That one, case closed. I like the San Andreas soundtrack. I do like the San Andreas soundtrack as well. But Vice City, for example, the first car you get in, just at the start of the game, it's supposed to play Billie Jean. On the PS2 version, Billie Jean starts playing. Like, that's just the way it's supposed to work. The PC release, Billie Jean has been removed, and it plays something else now. And, like, the GTA games, the soundtrack that you get with the radio, like, that's a big part of what makes the game so, just, you know, so awesome. Like, going and playing San Andreas and then having the rock soundtrack, like, that's the way I play that game. I'm not going to sing that because I will get copyright striked by even attempting to sing Billie Jean. They should port the PSP games for remaking, like, you mean Chinatown Wars? Actually, that would be cool. That, you know, I would like that. Like a twin stick remake of Chinatown Wars. Trying to learn Japanese, hasn't learned English. Yes, Australians don't know English. We speak a gobbledygook amalgamation of noise. But GTA 5 is getting to the point where some of the songs in that game are going to have to be relicensed as well, or are going to just have to be straight up removed. Bro, your voice is a little different in Denshi's story video. Oh yeah, I went in voice actor for a Denshi video, by the way. If anyone hasn't seen that, go watch Denshi, he's cool. Chinatown Wars, Vice City Stories, my favorite one, and Liberty City Stories. I don't know what that means. All I can see is hardware. So I presume you're saying something about hardware. I don't know what the rest of that is. Are you asking if this is on hardware? I don't know what you're saying. Can anyone translate? I didn't see that video. Yeah, it's Oh, what was it? The Mar? I don't know what he titled it. It was reading a Mario storybook, and he was like, "Hey, Brodie, do you want to read this line for me?" I'm like, "Sure, why not?" Sure. I had a Godfather PS3 game with a gameplay similar to GTA's. I didn't know that existed. Because of the power of IRC, of course. Sorry, I'm late. Because of the power of IRC. I'm not sure what IRC has to do with anything, but welcome. The file command on the build host needs to be the same version of the one we are building. In order to create the signature file, run the following commands to build it. Following commands run. This confuses Westerners. I presume that is that Sanskrit or something? Is this a right to left language you've posted in my chat? I presume you posted a right to left language in my chat. The meaning of the new configure option, what are we doing? We're adding the disable options. The configuration script attempts to use some packages from the host distribution. It is indeed right to left. Okay, I thought so. The configuration script attempts to use some packages from the host distribution. If the corresponding library files exist, it may cause compilation failure if a library file exists. But the corresponding header files do not. These options prevent using these unneeded capabilities from the host. Hey, bro, do you know about Arkin FE? I have no idea what that is. I'm casting a curse upon this LFS install. Twitch chat got an IRC gateway. I know it uses IRC on the backend. I didn't know you could actually join through IRC. Huh. NeatVi better than NeoVim because NeatVi is better Vi than NeoVim. What the hell is NeatVi? I haven't heard of that one before. What is your opinion about Garuda Linux? All I know is that it is closer to Arch than Manjaro. I've not used it. I don't have much of an opinion on it. Apparently, Westerners are easy to confuse. Are they? Brodie, why do you use Unicode in your live stream titles? Because I want to. Because I want to make all of you guys suffer who don't install your fonts properly. That's why. Also, because I'm copying VTubers, that's why. But I also want to make you guys suffer because you don't install your fonts properly. Install your damn fonts properly. I should just use, I should just use some, Japanese symbols in it. Just straight up bother you people. Put emojis in your titles. I could do that as well. I could put some beta emojis in there. Brodie, use Micro as your text editor for the rest of LFS. I'll use Ed for it. Why not? I've used Emacs to connect to Twitch chat. Well, yeah, I'm sure. I'm not surprised. There's a lot of clients for the Twitch. Twitch chat is actually really easy to connect to because it's IRC. Chatterino's a good client. Brodie, what fonts do you use? I go to the Arch wiki. I install every language font, and then I also install the Nodo fonts as well. That covers most of what I use. Fonts are bloat. Do you just read the Unicode symbol numbers and just interpret that in your brain? I guess that works if you're crazy. But this is my chat, so maybe. I use the JetBrains. Oh, yeah, well, yeah, I use JetBrains font as well, of course. I meant for, my general stuff. JetRain Mono. There's a B in there that you forgot about. Is really good for writing code. I like it as just a general terminal font. I think it just looks good. RF. File. Okay. Next one. Find utils. Arkin is an alternative to X/Wayland that seems amazing. I commented about it in a couple of videos, but probably got nuked because of the link. Maybe, but YouTube just decides what it wants to nuke. Some things, it doesn't care about the scammers, but when someone posts a useful link, it's like, oh, okay, we're going to delete that now. Can you not? Can you just deal with the scammers before you deal with anything else? Brodie, will you get a PinePhone Pro? I'm thinking about it. If I do, I'm going to be doing it for content. Like, I'll be running... I obviously have to look at, like, you know, mobile, like Ubuntu Touch, things like that. But I want to do a video on, I want to do videos on things like SXMO, which is DWM on mobile. I'm thinking about it. I don't know if I can justify the purchase, but I'm definitely considering it. Can you start live stream on Odyssey? To do that, I would have to set my bitrate lower than it currently is. Because Odyssey has, like, weird restrictions that I don't... is a mess. Showing a picture on the screen is bloat. You know you're watching this on YouTube, right? The FindUtils packages contains programs to find files. These programs are provided to recursively search through a directory tree and to create, maintain, and search database, often faster than the recursive find, but is unreliable if the database has not been updated. I only use cursive fonts to program. No, do you know what the best programming font is? Go and look up Comic Code. That is the code font version of Comic Sans, and actually it looks pretty good. If you're trying to copy VTubers, you start VTubing on Linux. Actually, just got a couple of PRs merged. Some VTubing pro. Yeah, I know. I know I could do it. Ren would be more than willing to help me set stuff up if I want to do it. Do a I can afford a PinePhone Pro. I've got the money for it. You can put it as a tax. I could, yes. Well, obviously I'll write it off my taxes if I do that, but I still have to justify the rest of the purchase because it'll be like $500 or $600 Australian. Which is, I could feasibly recoup like maybe $200 of the cost, like just making videos, assuming they do fairly well. Did you see the video where they presented who is they? Twitch is bloat. I know this because I have the source code now. I can't talk about that because we're streaming on Twitch right now, and there's been streamers banned for talking about the source, what's in the source code. So we're gonna move on from that topic. Shout out to Ren. Yeah, Ren is an absolute legend. Go follow Ren. Go follow Ren if you want to find out about how to VTube on Linux. Yo, Khan, how you doing? Brodie has the money for anything. He is a YouTuber. I don't... I have 21k subs. I'm not loaded. I can afford things. Like, we'll put it there. I can afford things. I'm not loaded. Like, if I want to buy a PinePhone, I can buy a PinePhone. It'll be a business expense, and I can justify it by, you know, making money off of it. But I'm not loaded. Yet. Any chance you can do a video on logsec? It is an open source note / wiki application. I remember you used to use VimWiki, but I think you might like logsec because it supports both Markdown and org mode. I'll put it on my list. Thank you. What I'll say is I'm definitely not Linus loaded. Like, I can't buy a $200,000 TV. Like, I'm definitely not Linus loaded. I wish I was. That'd be lovely. If I was, I would have quit. I would have retired. Like, I don't know why Linus keeps working, to be honest. Like, just retire at that point. Like, if you can just buy a $200,000 TV as if it is nothing, like, why are you working? Watching the stream on MPV. Yeah, you could do that. Yeah. I've done that with a couple of things. Has anyone actually tried setting up a web server with the Twitch source code? Yeah, don't do that publicly because Amazon will sue you and you don't want that. If you want to do it like a local web server, fine. But also, I don't think the entire source code's out. It's from what I know, it's only part of it. Phones are bloat, use PDAs. Doesn't Stallman use a PDA? I feel like I heard somewhere that Stallman used the PDA. Be like Stallman, return to PDA. Brodie stonks. Yes. Lots of compiling code. rm-rf, find utils. Cool. Next one, Gawk. The Gawk package contains programs for manipulating text files. Cool. We know what Gawk does. tar-xf. I don't think I'll ever forget about tar-xf from any point on now. Now that I've written it so many goddamn times, I think I'll remember this. Brodie should join Floatplane. Is Floatplane open to public? Is Floatplane open to public sign up, or is it still like invite only? I actually don't know. I haven't been really keeping up with the project. Would you prefer 31 dedicated watchers who interact with you, or 1 million random people flooding the chat? I don't know. Both have their own like appeal. When you have like a small group like this, you can actually, you know, like actually have a conversation back and forth. But having a shitload of people like that, I imagine that would be an experience all by itself. I don't know what would be better. I've never had a stream like with, you know, 1,000 people, 2,000 people, anything like that. So I don't know what that would be like. So I can't really say what I would prefer. I don't really have a point of reference. Monkey bloat returned to Higgsfield. Monkey bloat returned to single cell. Floatplane has creator sign up. I use Ncurses and I've heard a couple of things about Ncurses actually. Ncurses seems like a cool project. I haven't used it, but I've heard good things about it. I keep closing my drink. There we go. Education is bloat. Go for hunting and farming. To be honest, university is bloat. I say this finishing 4 years of uni, and then go wasting away my degree. But yeah, uni is bloat. You can get by without uni. Just if you want to be a programmer, just like build a portfolio. That like there's a lot of people who've just done that now. That's how a lot of people are just doing it. Just uni is bloat. Don't do it. Unless you want to be a doctor. Please go to uni if you want to be a doctor. Or like a lawyer. But if you're gonna go like, if you're just gonna go to college or uni just to be like, I'm gonna get liberal arts degree. I'm gonna get like some useless degree. Just don't bother. If you're just going there because you're wasting money, then just don't bother. If you have a productive reason to do it, sure. I'm sure there are reasons why you might actually want to do it. But if you're just going for the sake of it, stop wasting your money. Your Twitch stream is more delayed than YouTube? Really? Usually it's the other way around. Usually Twitch is better. Huh. Isn't Kick the one that has a lot of predators? There's also a lot of catfishes there. Yeah. Let's see, so. Gzip. I can confirm the delay. That's weird. Usually Twitch is better for that. That's really strange. If you want to work in IT, don't go to uni. You get more practical and useful experience elsewhere. What do you use to multi-stream? I use Restream.io. I can stream for free to Twitch, YouTube, and DLive at the same time. Oh yeah, we're on DLive as well, if anyone cares and is going to use DLive. YouTube is 4 seconds to delay? How? It's never that quick. Okay. Maybe Twitch is having some issues, or YouTube's like upped their servers or something. I don't know. YouTube's never that quick. YouTube's always like, like 10 seconds? What the hell is DLive? It's a platform that PewDiePie used for like a couple of weeks and then didn't use it anymore. Now no one else uses it. Anything like DTube. Test. Yes, but less shit. Only marginally. not much less shit, but less shit. Well, if you're gonna be doing, yeah, so is YouTube. Twitch channel their source, Twitch chants their source code. I'm not sure what that means. Bro live. Uni has shit subjects you don't need. That's true. Yes. Twitch takes 6 seconds to show my message on screen. YouTube takes 15. Huh. I can YouTube down to like 3 seconds if I watch it. Yes, okay. If you up the playback speed, you can. I think it should be Brodie Robertson Plays, the same as my Twitch channel. I think. It might be Brodie Robertson though. I don't actually know. I don't know. I can't remember. Once again, because I don't use it. Oh, I use it, but I don't check it. Your favorite noob is here now. Hi, favorite noob. Did I totally know who you are? Well, welcome. You only get a good job if you have a degree in India. Okay. For anywhere that's not... I know India's a weird country. Like, I've heard that, like, degrees are very heavily favored in places like India. But, like, I mean, in the US, Australia, Canada, places like that, degrees aren't, you know, as valuable as they used to be. Because everyone gets one. Crazy that. If everybody has one, it's almost like the value declines. It's why a high school diploma used to be valuable, because there was a time when not everyone finished high school. So like now that everyone does, like it doesn't matter. Like your high school diploma means nothing. Respect to the taco. Oh, you're on DLive. You're gonna be there just to check that it exists, I guess. You don't actually use DLive. I had problems with restream, and YouTube's algorithm suggests multi-streams less often to viewers because YouTube gets multiple streams from the same IP and therefore knows you're multi-streaming. It should... What do you mean it gets... Wait, what do you mean it gets multiple streams from the same IP? Don't multi-stream to you. Don't send multiple streams to YouTube. You send the streams to different platforms. Hey man, LFS, cool. Yes, we are compiling. We're going to use make to compile make. This is we've reached the pinnacle of Linux. Prepare make for compilation. Twitch says it has a 2.4 second delay from broadcast. How the hell did you check that? Mad VR alternative in Linux. What in the world is Mad VR? What happened to chess? A lot of the stuff we're compiling right now takes no time to compile. So like I would be able to do a move and then we'd be done. Like this is gonna take, like this configure script right here is taking longer than it will take to compile the program. Does Twitch allow restreams? Twitch allows restreams as long as you're not an affiliate or a partner. They don't care if you're not in those programs. If you are in those programs, Twitch is 10 years in the past. Facebook doesn't even have this limitation. On Twitch, you have a 24-hour exclusivity contract. So any content that goes up on Twitch can't be on any other platforms for 24 hours. Facebook doesn't care. YouTube doesn't care. DLive doesn't care. It is only Twitch that has a problem with you doing multi-streaming if you're a partner or affiliate. Because Twitch, I don't know, they're just really behind every other platform. Even like Mixer didn't have this problem. That platform that Microsoft owned and then killed within 6 months. It's very hard to get a college seat in India, especially doctor seat, has so much atrocities. Maybe that's why it's valuable, because it's actually difficult. The meaning of the new configure option, without guile. Without Gilly. Guile? I don't know how to say this. Although we are cross-compiling, configure tries to use Guile, Gilly, Guile, from the build host if it finds it. This makes compilation fail, so this switch prevents using it. YouTube gets Oh, that's what you mean. Oh, that's what you mean. Ah. I haven't noticed it being a problem. Is this a tutorial for Linus on how to install Linux? Yes. I hope Linus does LFS. No, we are disabling Gilly. Hello, the atheist coder. The atheist coder. Welcome. Did you come out of a time machine? Is this 2012? What if I stream using Restream to YouTube with a 24-hour delay? Yeah, Twitch wouldn't care about that. Yeah, that'd be fine. Could you set up multi-stream with FFmpeg? Theoretically, yes. Do you mean multi-streaming from FFmpeg as in sending multiple streams out from it? Or sending to Restream and then having Restream, do the restreaming? Because if you're gonna just send a single stream out, that would be the same as sending a stream to YouTube. Instead, you're sending it to, you're sending it to Restream instead. If you wanted to restream or like multi-stream with FFmpeg, you'd probably need to run like multiple instances of it. Yeah. But I don't see why you couldn't do it. You shouldn't do it, but you could. Wait, how can you stream to Twitch and YouTube at the same time with the exclusivity contract? That doesn't exist if you don't have a, if you're not an affiliate. That's how. Because I'm not an affiliate. YouTube doesn't have one, only Twitch has it. Because Twitch is shit. I don't make money on Twitch, so I can restream. That's why I don't... Like, I could be an affiliate right now on Twitch. I'm just not going to do it because it doesn't make any sense. I'm Eric Lundstedt on YouTube. This is just funnier. Yeah, I'm sure using the name Atheist Coder is funnier, for sure. I can agree with that. What if you ban the word bloat on YouTube chat? I could do it, like right now. I could do it. Maybe you do an FFmpeg multi-stream by chaining it together with a bunch of trees. If CPU can't handle FFmpeg, you better buy a new machine. Right, FFmpeg also like caps out your CPU. Because it's not a program made to be doing streaming. Sending from FFmpeg to Twitch and YouTube, because could you send it to a temporary buffer and then send it to Twitch and YouTube? What you could do, are you compiling GNOME on LFS? No, I'm compiling patch on LFS. There's a tool, or there's a streaming server that you can host yourself. That you could do that with. You don't have to do some like weird buffer hacks. Like there is a program that will actually let you do this. I can't remember what it's called though. Anyway, how you doing, Glizster? Welcome to the show. DC is not a program, Brodie. CD into patch. Chat is getting too bloated. I know, everyone decided to show up late. Like, there's more people watching now than there was at the start. Imagine trying to compile the whole KDE with this channel. I think KDE would be quicker than GNOME. You can sign away your soul to Twitch. I mean, I could do it, but I'd be signing it. Like, I could sign my soul away for like $20 a month. And I'm not going to do that because that's stupid. Like, sure, I get Twitch emotes and Twitch subs, I guess. Okay. For like the 3 viewers I normally get on Twitch. Like, it doesn't make any sense to do affiliate. Like, affiliate is a meme. Anyone who takes affiliate when they have like 5 viewers is a moron. Like, just frankly, you're a moron if you do that. It's a waste of money. You're better off Restream. Restream is way better for growth. I'm only late because I had lunch. Fair enough. Yeah, lunch is good. Food is good. Yes, that is my high-level commentary. Do you get nice pep pancake W emotes, though? Right, but, like, I can still set up better Twitch TV and get those anyway. Like, BTTV doesn't... BTTV doesn't require affiliate. RM-RF patch. Oh my god, what am I can't even type. Could you also stream to Odyssey? I would have to do some messing around to actually get that to... Or I would first have to actually pay for Restream.io. Sadly, BTTV doesn't exist for Qt browser. We'll use a different browser then. I'm surprised those actually work on my overlay. That's actually impressive. Fruits of bloat, eat air. Are you a breatharian? Do I have a breatharian in my chat? Shoutouts to the breatharians. You guys are the real chads. I wonder how many people here know what a breatharian is. I hope you do. I hope you know what a breatharian is. Yeah. Yeah, I guess they work. I know default Twitch emotes also work, but BTTV doesn't. These are the worst with their floating windows. We'll use use GNOME with the tiling extension then, or tiling plugin, whatever it's called. Air is for the weak. You should only eat and breathe water. I'm gonna suggest against that one, but you do you, mate. Why is my nose itchy? Yeah. How do you even start believing in breatharianism? Because you get tricked by a con man who you think is actually a breatharian, and then you die because you actually need food. I hate to break it to you, but food's actually like important. You actually need to eat it to live. I don't know if you guys know this, but it's actually very important. So is water. Water's also very important. And it's not like you can get all the water you need from just, like, you know, breathing in air. Are you going to compile GTA Essay Reversed? Not on... Actually, maybe. I don't know. I didn't actually know they existed. They only eat air unless they're hungry. Exactly, yes. Food is bloat. How do you still have Brave ads using system notifications? What do you mean? Air kills slowly, just use gravity. It has faster processing power, gets the job done faster. What in the world are you saying? And I thought food was optional like air. Air's not optional either, mate. I don't know how you've been living your past... I don't know how old you are. If I just say 25, my average age is around 25. So if I just say 25, I'm either being really nice or just slightly going above your age. Yes, those emotes do. Why is my nose itchy? At least I'm not dying from hay fever. I took some more hay fever tablets before the stream. My hay fever's been like killing me lately. Brave has made their own embedded notification system for Brave ads. Have they? I didn't know that. I'm 28, so you're close. See, exactly. That was a compliment. I thought you were 25. You look younger than I thought than you actually were. Yep, that was my intention exactly. Coke nose. I know, right? No, I was sneezing real bad before this, but I took some I don't know what they are. Some sort of hay fever tablet. I didn't get hay fever as a kid, but nowadays my hay fever gets real bad. The tar package provides the ability to create tar archives as well as perform various other kinds of archive manipulation. Tar can be used on previously created archives to extract files, to store additional files, or to update or list files which were previously stored. Tar-xf. Tar. We are untarring tar with tar. The tar. Where is your LTT water bottle? What is that plastic junk you got there? This is, actually, this is better than an LTT bottle. This is a Camelback bottle. Shout out to Camelback. Camelback's awesome. This is a cycling brand. I used to cycle a lot. Then I got lazy, and now I don't cycle a lot. I'm 99% sure there are no girls in this chat. Statistically, there is... It is statistically likely that there is one female in this chat. My female audience is 2%. So there is a statistic possibility of a female. How to give people anxiety. Your age is also a percentage of your life you've used up. What if you live over 100 though? Then your math doesn't work out. Hi, I'm the one female in chat. I guess I'm the one girl. Have we broken the statistics? Have we achieved greatness above the math? Brodie's a cyclist. Ew. Ex-cyclist. I used to cycle a lot. I should get back to it. I've been really lazy with exercise just generally. I've put on weight over the past like 2 years or so. Someday there will be some kind of ransomware that will attack WSL and delete Windows install Gen 2. Someday there will be some kind of ransomware that attacks WSL. Just stop right there. That actually already exists. Not the Gen 2 part, but the attacking WSL. There are some things that actually target Windows through WSL. I'm using GCC. Because that is what we use here. Imagine Brodie wearing bright pink cycling jersey. No, it was actually a black cycling jersey. I don't think I have it anymore. I think I got rid of it. Man, I miss cycling. It was a lot of fun. Why not Clang? And shaved legs. No, I wasn't that into it. I would cycle for fun, not for competition. Why not Clang? Because the book says GCC. The XZ package contains programs for compressing and decompressing files. It provides capabilities for the LZMA. What is ES? ES is not a letter, Brodie. LZMA. And the newer XZ compression formats, compressing text files with XZ yields a better compression percentage than with traditional gzip or bzip2. Sprinter or climber? I guess Lisma, exactly. I suck at climbing. I'm pretty good at flats, though. I feel like most people are pretty good at flats. I'm not a big fan of climbing either. If I had to say that I was functional at one or the other, I would have to say, I guess, sprinter. Brodie, the type of guy who rides his bike while wearing cat is. No, if you want to, like, the actual strat in Australia is wear a helmet and put, like, spikes at the top. The spikes are there to scare away the magpies. That, I'm not even joking. Like, there are people that actually have, like, metal spikes on their helmet, which will probably impale their head if they crash. Metal spikes to keep the magpies away. You think I'm joking? Go and look it up right now. D-Live thinks you're playing Valorant. That explains the last time I updated it then. I don't ride bikes, the magpie will swoop me. Exactly, that's why you have the metal spikes. That's the purpose of metal spikes. I actually watched someone getting in like a fist fight with a magpie the other day. I don't know why he just didn't leave. Australia is weird. In South Africa, all we have to worry about is guns. Yeah, that's probably a bigger worry than the magpies, to be honest. If you can do this, Brodie, I will try. Literally all you do is follow what it says. Also, are you insulting me? Are you saying that if I can do this, anyone can? I had a super skinny friend who rides a folding bike. He beats everyone in the mountains. He humiliates those with expensive road bikes. My road bikes, okay. Listen to the entire sentence before you comment. My road bike is $1,000. I bought it from a secondhand store for $200. I just needed to rewrap the handlebars. Like, they did not know how much that bike was worth. I got it for such a good price. Do you think LFS is hard? It's not, yeah, it's just time consuming. If you can read, okay, LFS is hard if you don't understand English. That's the only thing that's going to make it difficult. If you are a native English speaker, it's not that difficult. Do you feel like you have learned more about Linux using LFS so far? I've certainly learned a lot about options that I just didn't know existed. But I don't know. A lot of it is just compile code. Like the sections where you're doing more than compiling, like you're looking at like cross-compilation and stuff like that. Sure, there's a lot of stuff to learn there. Today's stream, we haven't learned anything. Today's stream, we've literally just been compiling code, and that's it. So I would say today, not really. But last week, for sure. Native English speaker is overrated. That's fair. Imagine being a native speaker of a language. Imagine having a language and not just, like, speaking in grunts. Also, I've got food. If anyone is curious what my food is today, we have... I wonder if are there any Aussies in chat? Any Aussies who know what this is? Shapes. Flavor you can see. Become the bungum. How many chapters are there in LFS? I think it's like 13. Let's see. There is 11, sorry. And that's just for base LFS. Then there's our Beyond LFS. Brodie mukbang stream when? I actually want to get some music commissioned. I've been thinking about doing it for a while. Getting something based on this, but something completely custom. On the last stream, you said you're going to make a video on the TikTok CLI. What happened to that? I forgot. That's what. Other things were more important. That's what happened. But I will do it at some point. Do you also hate mobile gaming? What was the last mobile game I played? Fate Grand Order. I don't play games on mobile. For the most part, I just don't think most mobile games are fun. Maybe because the last game I played was Fate Grand Order, and it's just gotcha hell. But sorry, no. Last game I played on mobile was the Love Live Idol game. The Love Live game, not Idol game. The Love Live rhythm game. Sorry. I just don't care much for mobile games. Oh yeah, right. I got a email for to advertise a copy of Raid Shadow Legends. I think it was called like War of the Legends or something, or War for Legend. I don't remember what it's called. But it's literally a clone of Raid Shadow Legends. Did you watch Mental Outlaw's video on basically the pirate anime? You were actually talking about that earlier. Gotcha gamer. Yeah, I try to avoid gotcha nowadays. Gotcha is bad for you. I was a free-to-play player, to be honest. Yeah, Ace Defender. It was Ace Defender War of Legends or something like that. Thank you. I like how you guys know about the ads more than I do. Did you compile the kernel last stream? We haven't compiled the kernel yet. No, we haven't even touched the kernel yet. Oh, we've done kernel headers, but that's about it. Did they pay as good a grade though? I doubt it. I really doubt it. They said they had a fixed rate, but they didn't tell me what the fixed rate was. So Muse or Aquas? Muse? Yeah, I have to go Muse. Muse. I can't leave original. I'm actually watching the Nijigasaki anime right now. It's honestly really good. I like the new direction. Anyway, enable shared. Builds libbfd as a shared library. Enable 64-bit BFD. Enable 64-bit support on hosts with narrower word sizes. May not be needed on 64-bit systems, and but does no harm. Only games that play on mobile are MOBAs. What mobile MOBA is worth playing? I don't know anything about this scene. What is anime? It's a good question. What would I charge for a sponsorship? I'm curious. I have no idea. That's my other problem. I don't know what a fair rate at my channel size is. I should look into like what the going rate at my size actually would be, but I have no idea. With Linode's different because Linode is a affiliate thing, but for like a set ad spot, I don't know. I play PUBG Mobile. PUBG Mobile, that's funny. What is anime? Anime is the reason to live. How long is this gonna take compile? Well, 1.3 SBUs. What is waifu? You are now the third person to talk about that. With 1K, will you advertise Avocado's OnlyFans? You know, I would need a bit more than 1K to look at Ncurses' asshole. Maybe 2 or 3K I would do it. Install the package and work around an issue causing libctf.so to link against zlib from the host distribution. So you're telling it not to link against that, link against that instead. What is hentai? Exactly. What is hentai? With 1K, will you advertise LGT OnlyFans? Oh yeah, I love when LGT became the biggest creator on OnlyFans. That was a good meme. At 50K subs, will you shave your hair live on stream? I don't want to promise that, because I'm going to hit 50K, like, sooner than I expected. And then you're going to fucking call me up on it and be like, Brodie, you said you were going to do this. I'll think about it. Whether you ever hear me mentioned again? No. We'll see. Did you pick a default system shell yet? Well, the base setup is going to be doing, bash, but we can always change that out later. Do made outfit with cat ears instead. I'm going to do that anyway. I've already got the cat ears. And I promised Cyan that I would do maid outfit, so that'll happen at some point. Which problem is that maid outfits are expensive. By expensive, I mean I don't want to spend $50. I don't want to spend $50 for a meme. Have you seen Jonathan Blow's opinion that web programmers are going to die in the next 10 years? I haven't, but I have heard the argument before. Okay, so now we're going to redo GCC. Brodie cosplaying Cyan. Don't let her know about that idea. No, she actually will bug me about it if she finds that out. So basically, Aussie cyclists have cat ears. How many times is that going to be mentioned? How many times is that going to be mentioned? Welcome, Google account. How are you doing? Welcome to the show. Okay, we're going to go and set up these again. Please don't shave your hair. You're chosen by God to have hair amongst the least YouTubers. No, I'm going to grow my hair out, like, I'm going to grow my hair out long. Jupiter will draw Brodie cosplaying Cyan. If I ask Jupiter to do it, Jupiter will do it. I could make that. I could make. Why did that not work? That was weird. I could make. Oh, because I'm in the wrong place. That's why. GCC is bloat used muscle C. I have lost track of how many times people have told me that GCC is bloat. Brodie will turn to Stallman if he keeps his hair at this rate. I don't want to be as, like, fat as Stallman, though. Like, look, Stallman needs to hit the gym. Or is there too much proprietary software at the gym? Paint your hair in the Windows colors at 50k. Can I use, like, temporary paint that I can just wash out, like, that night? If so, then I'll maybe. If you grow your hair out, you might become the Linux hobo. I actually do kind of look homeless when I grow my hair out. Okay, we need to go and do this said thing again. Eat your toenails. I am flexible enough to do that. Like, without doing, like, you know, the picking the gunk out. I could actually, like, lift my foot up. I'm not going to do it here because the desk is in the way, but I could. Brodie is the middle ground between RMF and mental outlaw. So you mean I'm not fat and I'm not fucking jacked? Yeah, I'm in the mid. Sure, I guess I'm in the middle of that. Kenny is fucking jacked if you didn't know. Like, that dude, I respect how much, I respect the man's workout schedule. He very clearly fits the name, Alpha Nerd. Shave the Windows squares into your hair. How about I don't do that? Australia has a city named Newcastle, therefore it has magpies. I don't follow. We have a... Kenny is a Chad. Yes, he is a Chad. This is true. Kenny is an absolute Chad. You may say he is the alpha nerd. Create a symlink that allows GCC to be built with POSIX thread support. Before starting to build GCC, remember to we run this one first. Cool. Before starting to build GCC, remember to unset any environment variables that override default optimization flags. Okay. Orange hair. Wax all your hair at 100k. I'm not waxing anything. That's not happening. Maybe my, maybe my arms. That's a possibility, but that's as far as you're gonna get. Soystem D. The meaning of the new configure options. So with build sysroot LFS, normally using host ensures that a cross compiler is used for building GCC and that the compiler knows that it has to look for headers and libraries in LFS. But the build system of GCC uses other tools which are not aware of this location. This switch is needed to have them find the needed tools in LFS and not on the host. Enable init fini array. This option is automatically enabled when building a native compiler with native compiler. With a native compiler with a native compiler. Building a native compiler with a native compiler on x86, but here we build with a cross compiler, so we need to explicitly set the option. 100k and eliminate all the koalas. No, Gladys Berejiklian is no longer a premier, so no more eliminating koalas. Wonder how many people get that joke. Mm. Mm. If I mention Gladys Berejiklian, that'll really tell me how many Australians are here. What is the point of LFS except for learning about workings of Linux? You've explained the point of LFS. That. Also, if you want to, like, I guess, build up a distro from scratch or something. Ronson, can you ban? Thank you. Let's see. Add to block list on. There we go. Cool. Bots have joined. Yeah, they do that from time to time. Usually, we're actually pretty good on YouTube. I'm actually surprised by how few bots we've had. Install Suicide Linux on your computer at 30k. Actually, Suicide Linux would be a fun stream. I don't know why I haven't even considered that one. Thank you. I'll actually write the. Oh, I'll put that one down. We'll have to do Suicide Linux at some point. Hmm. I guess you can install LFS faster than you can install Windows. Well, Windows is pretty big nowadays, like, really big. Like, I sometimes leave Windows just, like, overnight to do an installation. Like, I don't want to deal with this until Temple OS. Yeah, we'll do a Temple OS stream at some point as well. That's gonna happen, absolutely. Do you watch YouTube Shorts? I've watched a couple, but generally no. Usually if I like need some like content to watch just randomly, you know, just wasting time, it'll usually be some like random VTuber clip. Also, welcome to the show Terminal for Life. We're now compiling GCC for the second time. This is going to be our temporary tool version rather than our cross-compiler version. And then we'll use the temporary tools to build the actual tools. Hey, Brodie, is it not real late where you are just now? It's 10:38 p.m. So it's not late. It's pretty early. DT Shorts, best shorts. Yeah, DT Shorts that those videos are not shorts. They've literally never been in the shorts algorithm because they're not a short. Those 12-second YouTube clips are the best. I see we have more weebs here now. I actually have installed Sway and Pipewire, and it's the best in my opinion. The only thing that isn't working is my caps rebind to hyper. Why is that not working? That's weird. I know doing those rebinds breaks if you're using an input method editor, but it should be working just for general stuff. He's a TikTok, he doesn't need no shorts. Yeah, I do have a TikTok. The TikTok is for the YouTube shorts. It's literally the exact same content. You could watch it on YouTube, you could watch it on TikTok, it does not actually matter. Sadly, Sway's still not working for me, even with NVIDIA Beta Drive 495 with Wayland support. That's rough. I hope that the Wayland stuff gets sorted out at some point. I like the comedy shorts. There's actually a, I don't remember what the channel's called, but there's a dude who does YouTube shorts where he talks about, like, he talks about anime characters and rates them from a bodybuilding perspective. Like, if they were in, like, a bodybuilding competition, like, how they would actually stack up against, like, other people. I don't know why I watch it, but, like, occasionally they just show up, and I sit there and just watch a couple. TikTok banned in India. Good. As it should be. You're not missing out on much. Like you were like, Goku. Okay, so his traps would be give him this rating. His lats would give him this. His other parts of your body, and we'll just like rate. It's I don't know why. It's fun for some reason. Brodie versus Light from Death Note. Speaking of Light from Death Note, Platinum End is pretty good. We'll go here. Coreutils is Wayland Sport. Coreutils is Wayland Sport now? Okay, sure. Brodie VTuber when? When I decide to spend $1,000 minimum to make a model. That's on the low end. Like, you can spend so much more money on a model. Like, you can spend like $10,000 on a model if you really want to. When I have a base concept. The manga for, I presume you're talking about Platinum End? I haven't read it, but I hope so. The adaptate or the anime is really good. Brodie versus Lane. Why not open a second terminal to continue the commands? You know, that's a good question. Or just make the model yourself. Ever heard of Blender? I know I could do it. It would just look like shit. Describe Platinum End to someone who has no idea what it's about, like me. Platinum End is basically it's a death game where angels are they give powers to a bunch of humans. All of the humans involved in the death game are suicidal and hate the world, and because they hate the world, they're in this death game to become the next god. That's pretty much it. Yeah. That pretty much sums up Platinum End. And the main character has no cares for the death game. He's just like, yo, can I just live my normal life? What's Squid Game? That's a good question. I don't know. I haven't watched it. Sad boy fights with angles. Yes, the fights with angles. Sure. All I know about Squid Game is a lot of the big streamers are playing Squid Game in Roblox right now. Of course I can name it, like... I heard that Squid Game is just the inferior version of Kaiji. I have, I don't think I've seen Kaiji. Been trying to make the jump to Linux. SteamVR is giving me a headache. Is there any magic trick making SteamVR work on Linux? I've heard, SteamVR... Actually, what headset are you using? I don't know much about VR on Linux. I haven't had any experience actually getting it working. But I hear some people have great experience with it. Have you tried the fossil to Minecraft? You mean Minetest? Yeah, we did a stream of it a couple months back. But at the time, my GPU drivers were completely busted. And it worked horribly. But usually it's supposed to be fine. What's the name of the anime you described yesterday as basically a hentai even worse than Redo of Healer? That would be World's End Harem. Or, what, Shumatsu no Harem? Yeah, I think that's the Japanese name. Yeah, it's about a dude who's the only dude left, and he's basically a breeding resource. Yeah. Yeah. And you can probably work out where that goes on from there. Valorant is fine. Valorant's great. I love Valorant. Minetest seems so bland. Minetest is bland. You're supposed to run it with mods. If you run Minetest without mods, you're basically just wasting your time. What is Suicide Linux? Everyone is talking about. Suicide Linux is basically a Linux distro where if you make a mistake, it kills itself. It just dies. It just deletes everything. Okay, let's do an install. So as a finishing touch, create a utility symlink. Many programs script runs CC instead of GCC, which is used to keep programs generic, therefore usable on all kinds of Unix systems where the GNU C compiler is not always installed. Running CC leaves the system administrators free to decide which C compiler to install. Okay. Cool. And that is GCC installed. Proper GCC this time. That would be fun, actually. I would like to do a mine test server at some point. I should actually have a look into it. I want to do some more, like, community games. Erotic suspense. Erotic suspense. That's a genre name, I guess. Okay, so we have now got to chapter 7. What time is it? Okay, we've got like 15 minutes left, I'd say. We're not going to obviously get through chapter 7, but we can have a look at it. Mine test is such a bad name. It sounds like a Minecraft benchmark. Yeah, it's a good point. This chapter shows how to build the last missing bits of the temporary system. These tools need to build the build machinery of various packages. Now that all circular dependencies have been resolved, we can use a chroot environment, completely isolated the host operating system used for build, except for running the kernel. For proper operation of the isolated environment, some communication with the running kernel must be established. That is done through the so-called virtual kernel file systems. So we're running a virtual machine in a virtual machine. Oh god. Mine test gets shadow at 5.5. Jesus Christ. I love how shadow is a feature. So this must be mounted when entering the chroot environment. You may want to check that they are mounted by using find MNT. Brodie, you would do other build your own stuff. Are you asking that as a question? Yes. If it's a question, yes. If chroot works, there's a good chance this might work. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't. Until section 7.4, entering the chroot environments, the commands must be run as root. Wait. Until section 7.4, entering the chroot environments, the commands must be run as root, with the LFS variable set. After entering chroot, all commands are run as root. Fortunately, without access to the OS of the computer you built LFS on, be careful anyway, as it is easy to destroy the whole LFS system with badly formed commands. Note, the commands in the remainder of this book must be performed while logged in as the root user and no longer as LFS. Also double check that LFS is set in the root environment. Okay. So, exit. Cool. Now we are back to being Brodie. So we want to SU... I'm forgetting the... it's SU dash? SU dash, isn't it? Yes, yes, yes. Pretty, it's SU dash root, isn't it? Yeah. Let me just check if there was any setup we needed to do in earlier parts when doing any SU stuff. Yeah, okay, it is just SU dash, yeah. Okay, I thought it was some weird setup we might have had to do. Okay. Home. Okay, now we are the root user. Mine test almost fried my laptop last time I run it. Jesus Christ. Just do DD input file dev. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do it. Actually, you know what? That is much quicker and much more destructive than RM. I don't know why that one's not the one that gets shared around, because that will actually just yeet your entire system. RM-R is so easy for RM to just stop. DD does not give a shit. That will actually kill your system. Currently, the whole directory hierarchy in LFS is owned by the user LFS. A user that exists only on the host system. If the directories and file systems under LFS are kept as they are, they'll be owned by a user ID without a corresponding account. This is dangerous because a user account created later could get this same user ID and would own all the files under LFS, thus exposing these files to possible malicious manipulation. Actually, wait. Echo LFS. I thought we'd set that. Wait, I thought we... Did we only set it as the... I think we might have only set it as the... Oh yeah, I guess we only set it as the Brodie user. Huh. CD into... Oh, still not CD. SU... root. Huh, I thought I... Yeah, I thought I done that. Cool. LFS... One second. I just want to make sure I'm getting the path exactly right. Who is deleted and why does he post so much on Reddit? God damn it. Who is Sakura? Yes, who is Sakura? Who is it? Sasuke, the really cool. Sakura, the beautiful. I hope someone gets that reference. That will make me happy. Echo. Cool, that's set now. Okadoke. Changing the ownership. Okay. So we're going to go and change all the ownership of the things in the LFS. In the LFS slash those places. And go. Boop. Okay. Don't change my ownership. Sasuke, more like Sasuke. God damn it. I'm gonna ban you from my chat. If I'm a Sakura is a kind of flower, as far as I know. Yes, the cherry blossom. You use LFS to install LFS. I could do that. Various file systems exported by the kernel are used to communicate to and from the kernel itself. These file systems are virtual in that no disk space is used for them. The content of the file systems resides in memories. Begin by creating the directories onto which the file systems will be mounted. Cool. creating initial device nodes. When the kernel boots the system, it requires the presence the presence of a few device nodes, in particular the console and null devices. Oh yeah, we don't have a null device right now. Null does not exist. The device nodes must be created on the hard disk so they're available before the kernel populates /dev. And additionally, when Linux started with init /bin/bash, that is a very useful thing to add to your bootloader. Why are you doing the LFS thing? Blink twice if you need help. Because I'm trying to do this faster than a cat did. My time to beat is 26 hours. I will outpace Cyan. Create the devices by running the following commands. Okay, make devices. Print out Sakura. Sakura. There you go. A cat? Oh, you don't know. Oh, you have no idea who I'm talking about. Okay. We will enlighten our friend here. A cat. I will install LFS faster than Cyan did. That is my goal. A VTuber because Brodie is a generate VTuber fan. That's true, but also she's cool, so go watch her channel. Also go watch the live stream we did together. Go watch the live stream and also the podcast we did together. A hacker cat, yes, exactly. Mounting and populating /dev. The recommended method of populating the /dev directory with devices is to mount a virtual file system such as tempfs on the dev directory and allow the device to be created dynamically on that virtual system as they are detected or accessed. I regret asking. Don't regret asking, Cyan's awesome. I've never seen anyone using init /bin/bash. Then you've missed out on a couple of my awesome videos. Do you have real life friends, Brodie? I do. Like, yes, I have real life friends. Why do you think I don't? I just don't bring them up on the channel because it's just not, you know, relevant to what I do. Sakura, the useless one of the group. YouTube didn't like me calling. Yeah, don't do that. You will not install LFS faster because of this chat. That's a good point. Brodie install. Yeah, Brodie install. Brodie arguing, yes. Arguing, Brodie, not fucking installing. Yes. She didn't know when Christmas was in Australia. Cat equals mental outlaw. No, cat is just a ripped nerd. Device creation is generally done during the boot process by udev. Since the new system does not yet have udev, or you would know of udev yet, and has not been booted, it is necessary to mount and populate /dev manually. This is accomplished by bind mounting the host system dev directory. A bind mount is a special type of mount that allows you to create a mirror of a directory or mount point to some other location. Use the following command to achieve this. Stop cat abuse. Exactly. Use cat instead of DD. Okay. Because you're Linux, we have two groups that are usually friendless for good reason. Right, but unlike, you know, unlike some of the people, there's a moth in my room. Unlike some, oh god, this mic's really hard. Unlike some people, I actually don't just talk about Linux all the time. When I'm like, you know, talking to regular people, I will talk about regular things. Do not bump this mic with your hand. Jesus Christ, that hurts. Now mount the remaining virtual kernel file systems. Okay. Okay. This is something we had to do when we were doing Gen 2 as well. It just wasn't explained why we were doing it when we did Gen 2. That might crack. Ouch. Yeah, I apologize. Can't call a made-up character a beach what does YouTube become? No, I think YouTube just flagged you. In some host systems, dev SHM is a symbolic link to run SHM. The run tempfs was mounted above, so in this case, only a directory needs to be created. Where... My ears are popped if I had headphones, but I don't. Oh. I need to do that. Entering the chroot environment. Okay. Now that all the packages which are required to build the rest of the needed tools are on the system, it is time to enter the chroot environment. I think this is where we'll probably... Yeah, this seems like a good point to end it off. We'll do this part, and then I think we'll be good here. Imagine not talking about Linux to random people you meet. I know, right? Imagine having like a functional human conversation. What I was talking Linux, what kind of self-respecting Linux users don't live in a basement? Basements aren't even really a thing in Australia. Did you know, like, basements just don't exist here, really? Like, some people, I guess... I've seen some people that have them, but most people don't. Like, we just don't have any reason for a basement here. Usually, like, the main reason is because we typically have bigger land. No, be like that weird old dude you find at the train station who's really obsessed with trains, who's just gonna sit there just explaining trains to you, and you're like, mate, can you go away? I don't want to talk to you about trains. Like, I know that you've been, like, going to train museums and you've driven trains for the past 70 years, but I don't care. Go away. In Australia, Linux users live in the desert. No, most people live near the coast. Now that all packages which are required to build the rest of the needed tools are on the system, it is time to enter the chroot environment. To finish installing the remaining temporary tools, this environment will be in use also for installing the final system. As user root, run the following command to enter the environment that is, at the moment, populated only with temporary tools. Thank you for the 70 ZAR. What is ZAR? I always forget what ZAR is. What is ZAR? ZAR currency. ZAR is... Right, South African Rand. Right, that's why I forget, because it's ZAR and not SAR. Oh, now it showed up there. Okay, sure. Hey, bud, great content, keep it up. Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, my brain is like, wait, ZAR, what country starts with a Z? Like, no, it's South Africa. Because, you know, South Africa, you know how you spell South Africa. we all spell South Africa with a Z, don't we? Yeah, like, that's the only one I can... Zimbabwe is the only country I can think of that starts with a Z. Anyway, let's go and chroot, and hopefully everything works. We have chrooted. Yo. The I option given to the env command UZA. The I option given to the emp command will clear all variables of the chroot environment. After that, only the home term, PS1, and path variables are set. Again, the term equals term construct. We'll set the term variable inside chroot to the same values outside chroot. This variable is needed for programs like Vim and less to operate properly. If other variables are desired, such as C flags or CXX flags, is a good place to set them again. From this point on, there is no need to use the LFS variable again because all the work will be restricted to the LFS file system. This is because the bash shell is told the LFS is now the root. China, Singapore. Yep, thank you guys. Zealand. New Zealand. Yeah, New Zealand's not real. Zusha. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, thank you. Someone with an actual answer to why it's Tsar. Germany. Do you do YouTube full time? I do not. I do full time hours on YouTube. I just don't do it full time. Notice that /tool/bin is not in the path. This means the cross. Okay. That the cross-tool toolchain will no longer be used in the chroot environment. This occurs when the shell does not remember the locations of execute binaries. For this reason, hashing is switched off by passing the +H option to bash. Is this how people make distros from scratch? This is one way you could do it. But a lot of people don't do that. They just fork Ubuntu. ZSH restarts from 1 instead of 0? Why? That's gross. Note, the bash prompt will say, I have no name. This is normal because the /etc/password file has not been created yet. Ah. Duaz shut down now? I don't have Duaz installed on this system, so that's not going to do much. It is important that all commands throughout the remainder of this chapter and the following chapter are run from within the chroot environment. If you leave this environment for any reason, rebooting for example, in short, the virtual kernel file systems are mounted as explained in 7.32 and section 7.33 mounting virtual... Okay, cool. What will be your package manager? I don't know. We'll work that out at some point. Okay. So, let's see. How much do we have left? We're gonna stop basically now. Oh god. So, who's ready for this week? That's gonna be fun. Anyway, save machine state. Yep, okay. Git is the best package manager. True. Damn just got here. Oh, you missed out on the past 3 hours of running the make command. Fork Brodie and remove hair. You could do that. I'll accept that. So that has been a stream, I guess. I wouldn't call it fun. I would call it a stream. A stream did happen. Thank you guys for watching as always. Next week we're not actually continuing. Not because we're gonna do something else, but because I'm taking a break. So there's not gonna be any streams at all next week. No gaming streams, no main channel stream. Following week we'll be back to normal, but next week I'm taking the weekend off. Gonna go see my parents and yeah, enjoy some time off, I guess. And then yeah, after that we'll continue on from where we're at. We're probably like 2 or 3 streams away from finishing LFS. And then after we finish LFS, we will do BLFS and yeah. Finally, I can go back to play Halo on Linux. Well, you can already play it, you just can't do anti-cheat, because they still haven't fixed that. If I tried LFS on my 4-core, 4GB RAM, and 1TB hard drive, how long would it take? I don't know. I don't know. What CPU is it? Kayson's new live 2D look. Kayson has her new live 2D? I didn't know she'd got it. That's cool. I will have to check that out. Thank you. Yeah. I don't think I have anything else to say. A transitional audio and visual data certainly did occur. That's true. Thank you, Generic Gamer, 131 with the... It's some sort of military Pepe avatar. The PP the Frog. PP the Frog, yes. Ryzen 3 3300. Look at the benchmarks for a 3600X, look at the difference between the two, and then multiply your number by the difference. I don't know, I'm gonna probably go to bed. And yeah. Thank you guys for watching as always. LFS is not going to get any more exciting than this. It's going to be more compiling code. That's literally the rest of it. But BLFS is going to be fun when we do that. That'll be probably like 5 weeks away. But BLFS will set up things like LibreOffice. We'll set up DWM. We'll set up whatever other stuff we want to use. And yeah, that'll be fun. So I'm peace out, I guess. I'm gonna play. Oh, now I remember the key for my outro. Enjoy your time with Brodie. Good insert your time of day, everyone. Yes. Enjoy the rest of your day, night, go to sleep, morning, whatever it is for you guys. Yeah. Do 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 do. I really hope this Z trend is not continuing the next time we do a stream. Maybe this is a good thing I'm taking a week off so you guys will forget about this by then. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Peace out.